I undickified it. Yay. Anyways. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. If it's not apparent, the shit went to my lungs and I'm pissed. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Happy fucking Tuesday. Good morning. I went into a rampage yesterday and may have made myself more sick. I don't know. It's a cold. Cheers it away. I do not, Mag. That being said, I went to Loveburn and camped with like 3,000 people, and then I got stuck in an airport for 8 hours. So, like, worst case scenario to get sick, right? Like, trapped with a bunch of dirty hippies and then trapped in an airport with a bunch of strangers. Like, it was essentially inevitable for this to happen. It just sucks. And I sound like shit. Dude, it literally, Mag, right? Best thing you can do is hang out in an airport for 8 hours and then get on a 5-hour flight. That is the number one way to stay healthy. And I wash my hands and I hand sanitize all the time. Like, someone coughed on me, but it's okay. But yeah, I went in, I fucked up my house again. I'm so sorry. This is so gross. I went on a rampage and painted all my baseboards yesterday. And then did this. I was masked until I was trapped in the airport, and then I just said fuck it and was fucked it. It was irresponsible. It was the 8 hours. I was like, oh my God, 13 hours? I'm gonna be stuck? Yeah, probably that. I know. No, it's disgusting, Mag. I literally woke up in the morning, and the first thing that entered my brain was like, we should reorganize the desk and paint all the baseboards and hang new curtains. And so literally woke up yesterday at like 8 a.m., started cleaning, started organizing, and I did not sit for the first time until like, was it the second movie? It was terrible. Like, I just get on this like rampage vibe and I can't stop. And then I don't sit, and it's terrible. It's terrible. But that being said, there's a reason. It wasn't like purposeless. So my birthday is in a week, and this isn't lame to you guys. For my birthday, I asked for a couch because I genuinely don't have a dining room. I don't have a dining set. I don't have a couch. Like, I don't really have a house. I have a big office. Essentially. So I've been cleaning and manically making room for my couch that I'm really hoping I can find because I'm so excited. Hear about the traveler that potentially exposed 100,000 people to measles? I heard about Texas breaking out in measles. Yeah. I heard Texas has like a measles outbreak. Yeah. Oh, and I found more Jesus. Oh, and then there's that. I found more Jesus. So I'm pretty sure I'd only found like 2 or 3. I found 3 more. And because I was like in rampage mode, I can't even tell you where I found them. I think I found one in the bathroom. But if you guys don't know, Rod and I have a war. And so just a preface. Rod fucking hates Dirt Man. I can't explain why. It's nails on a chalkboard to the poor man. So, when he took care of my house last year when I went to Burning Man, as a funny, I filled little baggies with dirt and I put them everywhere. Everywhere. I put them under his pillows. I put them under my keyboards. I put them under the Go XLR. I put them in the coffee machine. I put little baggies of dirt everywhere. As a funny, because it's funny, right? So... not expecting payback. It's now war. I have been very meticulously finding baby Jesus. Not baby Jesus, just Jesus. Little Jesuses. all over my home. Which is
Hail Satan.
very fitting. Because, like Rod said it last night, good morning, Genova, in the movie night, the great thing is that I'm going to be finding Jesus maybe for the rest of my life. I've found Jesus so many times. This is a war I'm here for too. And I don't know what I'm going to do in retaliation yet. I've been brainstorming it ever since. But I don't, like, Rod shared the picture of the box of Jesuses he bought. And he has told me he did not hide all of them around my house because it's like thousands or 100 or something. It's crazy. It's so many. But they're in here. And so I've been slowly lining them up in front of my PC. So I have my 6 Jesuses. Oh.
Hail Satan.
And I'm just slowly finding them as the weeks, it's fun. Jesus is my helmet. He had a new Instagram that was pretty funny that I watched last night. Brandon. It was, oh my God, it was actually really fitting. It was like not a cult. I don't know how to explain that. I follow him on Instagram, and it was an Instagram where he's like a preacher trying to convince you that his for-profit family isn't a cult. Not a cult. Not a cult. No, Genova, that sucks. I hope they're okay, though. I hope they're not. I mean, it's like, it sucks, but also they could have just like snotted all over your head, and then you'd end up like this. You don't want this. Trust me, it's a coven. Excuse me, I pronounced it wrong again. My bad. Saying not a coven feels more like a lie. Not a coven. Art. That feels like a lie. Oh, I know we were talking about tartans last week, and a new one has been introduced to honor the people, especially women, executed for witchcraft. Oh, I think David actually shared a link for that. Yep, it's a tartan very specifically to honor those who were murdered for witchcraft, for fake bullshit, religious persecution, whatever, probably being gay, God forbid. It's the worst, but my brain gets all grump when plans change. No, I get that. How do I say this? Same, but also I'm definitely that person that like revels in canceled plans. Like I could be literally ready, full beat, bag on, at the door, and you text me like, oh man, I'm not gonna make it. I can't tell you the elation that fills my heart. And it has nothing to do, it's so stupid. Like I love my friends and I genuinely want to hang out with them. Canceled plans are like, that's masturbation material right there. I don't know what that is. There's something just crack happy about it that you're just like, you were mentally prepared to be in public and now you don't have to be. Oh God. Yep, getting ready was the dopamine, and then that fucking, I'm pointing at my door, that hit of just like, I get to go sit down and be naked but look cute. I don't know. Something about that. Side note though, I saw the most fucked up Instagram post this morning, and it was in Arizona. That's the only reason I thought of you guys. We have some Arizonans in chat. And so I have to tell you this because it has nothing to do with Arizona. It's just a person happens to live in Arizona and does this. They have an outdoor potty corner that they insist guests use. It's a corner of their fenced off yard that has a string and a sheet pulled across it. And if you pull the sheet across, there's a bunch of sticks with tennis balls on them poked in, and that's where the poop holes are. And the lady had like a list of rules. You have to dig a hole, and it has to be at least 6 inches from a previous hole, which is marked by the little sticks with the tennis balls on them. And then you shit in the hole, and then she has mandated seeds you have to plant on your shit. And then you have to cover it with some mulch, and then you can bury your shit, and then you have to sign out on a sign out sheet. Does she have a bathroom? Yes, she does. Oh, and there's reusable footies. Like, she insists you put on footies to use her potty corner, but then you have to wash them in a bucket of bleach water and leave them for someone else to use again. I know. I hope this brightens your day. I know. Just why? Talk about fucking unsanitary. Like, here's my thing. If you genuinely want a shitting corner, like if you're gonna be that level of hippie, I'm not here to judge you. Just get doggy bags. It doesn't CK. I'm in Arizona. They're near. Oh yes, her little log. She had a log where you have to log what date you used her potty corner, because then she knows when to remove the tennis balls. Was filled. It was filled out. Like at this point, I think her friends are fetishists. No shade. We don't kink shame here. Who just do this because they like it. She has a bathroom. She showed it. It's just unsanitary to let guests use her bathroom. Sounds like she has a lot of logs. Jesus Christ. What was weird is it's in Arizona, but she had grass. So I'm guessing she's probably around Phoenix. I don't know if that makes you feel any better or worse. Right? Poop is poop. Pick it up. Get some doggy bags. I don't know, like maybe we should send her that podcast of that man who's convinced you have to pull the poop from your butt and then you throw it in the toilet. Like maybe she could just catch it with doggy bags. I don't know, just an idea. Who the fuck am I? Maybe it's the cold. This cold, not that cold. It's actually freakishly warm. Our weather's so weird. You guys know, I came home from Florida to 8-degree weather. It's been like, I think in the 50s. It is borderline balmy. I don't know what's happening. Like, we've had so many fake springs in Colorado this year. It's really weird. Oh my God, Hertz. Did you not see that? Oh, this was crazy. I don't even know how to find it anymore. But essentially, this setup, it's a random podcast that has nothing to do with poop at all. And it just like, the chick is, there's a girl and she's the host, and there's a dude being interviewed, and I have no idea who these people are. Not my circles. And they get on the topic of something. I don't even remember Superbot, but thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it for 23 months. That's almost 2 years, and I fucking appreciate you. I don't even know how the topic comes up, but he's like, nah, that's what the poo-poo paper's for catching the poop. And she's like, I'm sorry, bitch, what? Like, she is visibly disgusted. Like, this is genuine. He's just outing himself. He's like, yeah, you use that poo-poo paper to catch it coming out your butt, and then you throw it in the water. What else is poo-poo paper for? And, like, it just goes on, and her face is, like, just gets worse and worse, because he doesn't, he's realizing that maybe him and his family are the only people in the world who do this. But he's convinced that you have to cover your hand in toilet paper, and then you, like, pull/catch the shit out of your butt, and then you plop it in the water. It was like he says the poo-poo paper is not for wiping. And so then it goes on to like, bitch, do you not wipe? What is happening? It was so bizarre. I have no idea. So bizarre. 90? Oh my God. I wonder if she'll use her poo-poo corner. Yeah, it was pull it. I don't know what to do. It's 60 in Nebraska. Is it your birthday today? Oh man, my voice is fucked. Is it your birthday? I want to sing you happy birthday. It's not a safe place. Never, not in this world. I think the parents taught them, happy birthday, happy birthday. That was your day. To have a lot of fun. We're all waiting for the celebrating this. That was your day. So happy birthday to you. I want my voice back. Not that it was much better, but Jesus Christ, it's better than this. It snowed 5 inches and it was sunny, then got back to rain and snow. Yeah, we've been similar. It's just like snow, freezing, mud, sun. Snow, freezing, mud, sun. And it's just like flip-flopping. It's fucked up. I hate it. We all have grass. The state is made of spite. Why do we have... Speaking of golf courses, I don't know who has more, Genova. But oh my God, driving through Florida, I wasn't driving, but riding in Ubers through Florida, there was a point, you know how I talk about Kansas, how it was like a really weird loop that I genuinely had to check my map once in a while to make sure I was actually moving forward because everything looked the same. There was a point where I pulled up in my map on my phone because I was like, either what I'm witnessing is the world's longest fucking golf course, because it was miles, it just never changed, it was always golf course on one side of the car, or this place has a lot of fucking golf courses. It was so many. Like, in a couple miles, it was like 7 different golf courses I passed. I don't know who has more, but holy shit. Florida makes more sense because at least they have water. Like, Arizona makes no sense. And I'm not, you guys know, I'm not judging. I golfed. I was on a golf team, for fuck's sake. But it makes no sense to me because there's no fucking water. Like, the golf courses are such high maintenance when it comes to the lawn. Yeah, you're welcome, Subsealant. How are you? What the fuck? Florida has over 1,200 golf courses. That's insane. Why? You know, okay. What the fuck? Wait, Hertz, shut the fuck up. Is that real? Wait, I'm not. Wait. Katie, I live by a golf course. I have to buy golf ball insurance for my house? I never considered that. That's kind of fucking hilarious. Exactly, Meg. That was my thought too. I'm like, Florida's wet and humid. Like, they make sense to have a shit ton. So, wow, that's crazy. So these are the states with the most golf courses. I knew Arizona had a ton just because I've been there a ton. My grandparents retired there. Everyone's shocked. Florida has 1,154, California 968, Texas 861, New York 857. New York? Really? Shocked. Okay. Michigan 852 and Ohio 774. All right. I'm not like hating on Arizona as hard, but still doesn't make sense because Arizona, like, I'm pretty positive, correct me if I'm wrong, like all of the water that goes to Arizona and Nevada comes from Colorado, the Colorado River, right? And once that water, like, I've seen that dam and that stain line is like a mile below where it should be. Once that water gets to a certain level, Colorado's going to be like, fuck y'all. It just seems crazy. Having to buy golf ball insurance because some 70-year-old keeps slicing his drives. Okay, but it could be me. I'm not great. I was on a team because I was a lefty and, like, they wanted a lefty on the team. That was it. I am not great. But I never golfed near houses. That being said, no shit. All the golf courses I ever went to, they were, like, in the woods. I never saw a house. I mean, I don't think I could hit one far enough to get to a house if I saw one, but I never saw houses nearby. That seems dangerous. Broken windows, dented crush. Does anyone ever come say anything? Because there's no fucking way you don't know that's happening. Wait, there's an update on the Florida number. Florida has the most golf courses in the United States with about 1,200. Jesus Christ. That's insane. That's wild. I think Phoenix, Tucson has a lot of courses. The rest of Arizona is a lot of dirt. I know there's at least 3 in Havasu. Havasu, where is that's like, wow, it's been so long since my grandparents passed away. I haven't been to Arizona in a bit. That kind of broke my heart just then that I couldn't remember where Havasu was on the map. I don't know if you saw that in my face. I miss my grandparents. Where is it in the state? Zoom out. Show me Arizona. Oh, wow. It's like, it's basically California. Jesus Christ. How did I not know that? Yeah, it's like on the fucking border. I had no idea. Wild. I mean, my grandparents didn't. My grandpa might have golfed. I don't think so. Not while I was alive. But we got a hitty ball. Mini golf, super fun. I love mini golf. Some of the oldest courses in New York. Now I have to go find them. There are dry courses. They don't need all that water. I would assume so in a place like Arizona. You'd have to. Like some sort of grass that doesn't require much. I'm not excusing golf courses because fuck golf, but Michigan has thousands of inland lakes and we're surrounded by the Great Lakes. If Nestle would stop stealing our water, we'd have plenty. Nestle steals your water? That's fucking hilarious and terrible. I'm going to Arizona for their Comic-Con. First con ever. Oh my god, have fun. You're going to have a blast. I'll never forget my first con. It was genuinely magical. It was the first time in my life I'd ever walked into a space where I just like like this weird weight came off my shoulders and I was like, oh my God, everyone's a nerd and everyone just gets it here. First time in my life was walking to a con and having that feeling of just like, everyone gets it. I don't have to explain anything. Like, I don't have to pretend to be into other things. I can just be into games. And it was so weird and awesome and be into comics and whatever, just like nerd culture. It was fucking cool. I'm excited for you. Enough about how golf courses waste more water than almost anything else in the country. Yes, probably. A corporation should not own nor be able to see a vital human source, but that just may be me. I agree. I mean, it's weird that corporations are people, but corporations can do that, like steal water, sell water, own water. I remember growing up, we lived on a river, and there was, I can't remember what it's called. There's a line, though, essentially, and it's 13 feet from the highest point the water ever gets. Nobody owns. Period. And I don't know if that's a Washington State thing. I think that was in Baltimore too, though. Like, nobody owns the beach. So it keeps the water sources public. So then there can be public docks and stuff like that. So, like, even though I say, like, we grew up on a beach, no one ever owns 13 feet from the highest point. And I can't remember what there's a line that's called. But it makes it so you can't own water. You can't monopolize the beach. You can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how corporations are just able to do that, but they're people, but people can't do that. I don't know. America's fucked. Oh my God, Mag. Like, when I've been going to Havasu since I was 5. My grandparents built a house in Havasu in like literally, I think like 88, 89. And they were snowbirds, which I'm sure Arizonans are very familiar with that word. But if you're not familiar with a snowbird, essentially they are rich white people usually who own 2 houses. One in like a nice area in the summer and then one in a nice area in the wintertime. So my grandparents lived in Washington State during the summertime, and in the wintertime they went down to Arizona and stayed there half the year. And so we would go down every single year multiple times and stay with grandparents or get sent down there to stay with them or whatever. So we spent a lot of our childhood like in Vegas and in Arizona. And we would go down to, it's like Havasu, I guess. Go down to the city where Lake Havasu is actually, they dug trenches so the river kind of goes through that like downtown part, and there's all that. Basically, it's party boats, just like, at least it was when I was a kid. I just remember hundreds of bayliners and party boats coming in and out of those little, what are they called, like inlets? But titties, oh my God, my young self was just like, all of the boobies, they are everywhere. And my parents didn't give a fuck. Like, they would just walk us around, they'd go get drinks, we'd play in the water, whatever. But so many titties. That is like visceral memories of my childhood. It's just like bayliners full of titties. So many. I don't know if that still happens though. Like, is spring break still a thing down there? Good morning, Kinger. I hope you're doing well, honeybean. Jonathan Frakes is gonna be there. Wait. I know don't meet your childhood crushes, but I'm gonna. I mean, I genuinely wish I had the courage. I don't. I have this crazy anxiety thing where, like, I've been in the room of some of my heroes and people I adore, and I run away. Genuinely, I know I've joked about that. I actually do, though. I leave. Like, I'm so terrified to introduce myself to somebody out of nowhere. I just fucking run. You guys know, I sat like 12 inches from Terry Crews for like an hour and a half and didn't say a fucking word. Just sat there and fucking wept. I can't. I don't know what it is. I'm so scared of people. It's like, especially people I idolize. But I regret it every fucking time. Every time I regret it. I wish I could tell myself that in the moment. Like, don't just go say hi, because you're going to hate yourself forever, because you genuinely will. I do. I remember every single time this has happened. And I'm like, God damn it, Katie. I just can't do it. A bayliner is just a type of boat. It tends to be those really, like, how do I say this? They're like really low speedboats with like an open bow with lots of seating. So there'll usually be like a couch in the bow, and then there's the windshield, and then there's the driver's seat, and then that seat, and then there's seats behind them, and then another 2 seats. They're just speedboats. They're like the most common. My uncle had a bayliner. I think my dad actually had a bayliner for a while. They're just one of the most common speedboats out there that's like affordable. Not a yacht or anything like that, but still nice boats. And that weird, I mean, did you guys know that the original London Bridge is in Arizona, United States of America? That is one of the weirdest things in the world. Someone who had too much money bought the fucking London Bridge and had it brick by brick shipped and reassembled in Lake Havasu, Arizona. Somewhere in my house, I have a tiny little jar of London Bridge dust because they sell that there. And when I was a kid, my mom bought it for me. So, like, explaining that to people, they're like, oh yeah, it's like a London Bridge. I'm like, no, it's so hard to say, like, some rich fucker who had way too much money for his own good thought this was a great idea. So fucking weird. One of the weirdest American things, in my opinion. Terry Crews was huge. One of the most broad humans. I mean, like, I actually was thinking about this again because I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine while I lay in bed being sick. But, like, we've all seen what a normal pectoral on a person that doesn't work out for a living looks like. How do suddenly pectorals become, like, this big? Like, the pectoral muscle goes from, like, normal pec to, like, a gallon of milk? I don't know, dude. Some bodies are different. Like, in a beautiful way, but different. That's literally how the London Bridge got there. There you go. People are stupid. I've never encountered a celebrity ever, so I have no idea how to handle it. It's really odd. You know, when it's, again, I've never, like, well, okay, not never. It was kind of on accident. I have approached one celebrity. Kind of. I bumped into him and therefore was like, oh my God, I know who you are. Okay, I have to say hi now. The same place I got sat next to Terry Crews when I was nominated for that Streamer of the Year thing. Still super weird. The shorties or whatever. They had like an awards ceremony and they sat a bunch of famous people in a room, which I felt very out of place. But in like the pre-cocktail room, I had a cocktail and my tall ass bumped into Sean Evans from Hot Ones. And this relates to my story of like the general feeling of being around famous people. But of course, bump into him, go, oh my God, I love your show. Like super awkward. But it puts me like, I'm literally 1 degree from Lady Gaga now, which is fucking incredible. He's such a he was so shy and awkward. Literally, he was like standing against a wall staring at his drink. You could absolutely tell he felt just as uncomfortable and awkward as I did. Like he was not so, like he was like against a wall just with that face, like looking around like he was, I mean, I think we're all fucking internet people. Like, we're all just awkward, nervous. Like, let's just talk to a screen instead of real faces because that's easier. But anyways, that was weird. But I mean, everybody's short compared to me for the most part. I'm 6 feet tall. But he was really short. And that has been, in general, my experience is for some reason, I think celebrities are all my height or bigger because they're celebrities. So they're, like, big. And every time I've been around someone who I idolize or like a celebrity that I really like, oh my God, as a musician or something, at first I'm like, panic, run, get away, don't let them see you. But then it's always, wow, they're so short. Like Trent Reznor, I think is 5'4". So is Maynard, James Keenan. Everybody's so much smaller in real life, and that's another reason I hate approaching them, because I'm like, me monster, me want autograph, I love you, and I just feel gross. I don't know. I think Tom Cruise is shorter. I think he's like 5'6". He has to use blocks in movies. I know that. Just told my English girlfriend about the London Bridge, and she didn't like that fact. Isn't that weird? No one does. No, I mean, this is why it's so obscure, and you've probably never heard of it, even as an English person, because even people in Arizona are like, nah, it's cool, we don't talk about that. None of us really understand. Just some guy who could have, probably solved some detrimental infrastructure or supplied clean water to a city, I don't know, decided to buy a bridge and put it in literally like the mecca of spring break in Arizona, Havasu. Like, it's dead. This city literally closes down anytime except during spring break because there's nobody there. Literally, like, the only people that live there are retirees half the year. So Havasu is like a dead, weird, but established ghost city. It's very odd. Everybody's people. Tom Cruise, yeah, he's short. I tower over Trent. I feel so bad and weird. Same. Like, if I hugged Trent, he'd be right up in my titties. I think Corey Taylor is tiny as well. Yep, there's a lot of, like, amazing artists out there that, to me, I'm just like, oh, I would envelop them. The only tall people I met in entertainment were the models. I kind of understand that. It makes sense. Like, if you watch movies, it is hard to get camera angles, and it's usually on purpose. Like, it's very purposeful if they cast people of two extreme different heights. They like casting in general, they like to keep everyone around the same eye line. It just makes cinematics easier. It just makes filming easier. Also, if you've noticed, celebrities tend to be bobbleheads, and it's harder to be a bobblehead the bigger your body is. Like, their shoulders and everything tend to be excessively narrow compared to their head. So there's a thing with that, and I understand, which is why, like, we can make fun of Tom Cruise all day because he's a fucking psycho Scientologist, and I do not agree with that. But the block he has to stand on when acting with other actors is genuinely for eye lines of cinematics and shit, not necessarily completely because of his insecurity of his height. Like, he married Nicole Kidman, for fuck's sake. She's like, what, 6 foot, if anything? Okay, but that's how I felt at TwitchCon, and wouldn't have said hi if Cinder didn't make me. Me, monster, you don't know me. Our brains, aren't they stupid? I mean, TwitchCon, no shit, that's a really, Genova, you've probably heard this story before, but the first time I ever met Elspeth, now a good friend of mine, before this moment, I idolized her. I watched her on Twitch, and I was like, she's everything I want to be. She's adorable, she's fun, she says whatever the fuck she wants, what's on her mind. She's real, she's genuine. She's funny as fuck. Like, I was all, like, just like, that is who I want to be. And then I go to my I think, not very first TwitchCon, maybe the second TwitchCon. I think it was the second one, because they had the Artist Alley. And I had a piece of art up in Artist Alley. If you remember, I think it was my octopus, which I sold the original of, so I don't even have it anymore. And I wanted a picture with it, so I asked my ex at the time, will you take a picture of me with my painting? And I'm posing, and my eye line's here, right? For those that don't know, Speth is a little bitty bitch. So I'm smiling into the camera, and I hear, are you ClassyKatie? And I'm like, and I genuinely, like, die, melt into the ground, disappear, everything. She goes, can I have a picture with you? Elspeth, like, the bitch that I'd been idolizing for years, approached me in front of my art and asked to get a selfie with me, and then we became friends, and it was awesome. Which is a case in point of why you shouldn't be afraid of other human beings, for fuck's sake, Katie! But so scared. Like, and it comes from this deep-seated, like, trunks up motherfuckers. It comes from this deep-seated, like, what if they don't like me? I can't enjoy their content anymore if they don't like me. Like, if we talk about this a lot, but a lot of us with trauma, we can't help but clock an entire room. And we're always clocking people, trying to pick up on subconscious things and, like, body language and shit like that, trying to clock everyone so we can figure out who the most dangerous person in the room is, and that's who we're going to put our attention on. And so when you're meeting someone you idolize, you can't help but clock every single moment of that interaction. Do they like me? Do they not? Are they squinting their eyebrows too hard? Are they smiling? Is that a real smile? Is it touching their eyes? Is that just Botox? I don't know what's going on here. Do I smell? Do they hate me? Oh my God, they hate me. I can never listen to Nine Inch Nails again. And that's my brain in a nutshell. Scary clown says run away. Alchemy, my love. Speaking of meeting fucking hotties at cons, thank you so much for stepping to class, keeping the classy life, giving things for 74 months. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual. She's 5'11". There you go. I knew she was tall. I think she might have started out modeling, though, if I remember correctly. I haven't looked into Nicole in a bit, but I think so. I like to look at a room and think, when the zombies come, who's running shit? Yep. Having a brain is a pain in the ass. It's the worst. I wish I could turn it off just to function sometimes. So annoying. LZT, my love, how are you? Speaking of another hottie meeting hotties at cons, cons have been really good for me in multiple ways, but one way is getting over that, like, hump of, like, oh my God, what if they hate me? I've met so many wonderful people from the community, and this is very real and very genuine. Everyone I've ever met is to a T exactly who you present, and that is so wondrous. It's so weird. I've tried to explain that. Like, I remember when Vis came to her first con, to TwitchCon, she was nervous, and I was like, bitch, let me tell you, and guaranteed, this isn't going to last forever. I know at one point it's going to get fucked up, but up until this point, every time I have met and hung out with someone from our community, like, I don't know what half of you, most of you, I really don't know what you look like at all. I have nothing. I have some amorphous image of something in my head, but your personality is completely what you present in chat. And I kind of just developed this human based on that. And you have clocked out and checked out to be 100% who you present every single time. And it's so great. It's just like, it's bizarre because it's like the first time you meet someone in person that you've talked to every day for years on the internet, there's that one moment of like, oh my God, there you are. Hi. And the moment you start talking, it's literally like, oh, fuck, there they are. There she is. But it's exactly who you've always been, which is, I love that about our community. No one's a fake ass bitch. I've never, like, it's never happened where I run into someone and I'm like, oh, wow, you are not what I thought. In any way, you, like, like, it's always been just great. I haven't hated anyone yet. So that's got to mean something, right? Thank you for the hype train, by the way. Go forth and be consensual. How did you set off a hype train? Oh, no, you didn't set off a hype train. That's a shout out for my friend Lee Missoula Tango. Are you even an American? Speaking of cons. Tom Cruise also made her look 6'8", 100%. That being, like, again, we can hate on Tom Cruise all day. He's a fucking psycho, sociopath, Scientologist, and all of that is wrong. But I give him kudos for marrying and dating someone taller than him. Cannot tell you the amount of times I have been on a date or I don't date, but like, you know, almost intimate with someone, I don't know, where my height is absolutely an insecurity for them. I have dated people in the past who genuinely, like, couldn't handle me in heels because then I was taller than them. Get over it. What the fuck? The stage at which my growth plate stopped is what's gonna make this difficult? Okay. Okay. We all don't have faces until Kitty meets them in person. It's true. I mean, a lot of the time, seriously. But who needs faces? He is. Scientology's fucking psychotic. I'm one of those people, I'm more reserved at first, but once I get comfortable around people is where wonderful weirdo comes out. Everybody's that way, and I think that's safe, though. That's just how we've trained ourselves to be safe in public. Najeel, okay, thanks for the hype train. Thank you, Najeel, again, for the biddies. You generous fuck. 450 biddies and 1,000 biddies. Thank you. The fuck? Thank you for the hype train. Go forth and whatever. I appreciate you. Ooh, you're gonna do cosplay. Made them for people, just not for myself. This old ass man is going as Uncle Iroh. When are you going? Is that girl from Dawson's Creek he was with, like, super tall? Jessica Biel? Was it Jessica Biel? I didn't watch those shows, but I know the, like, era you're talking about of actresses and shit. I am at perfect booba height. I am content. Yes. Booba height, also, you are perfect. Put in my backpack to steal away forever size. Not that I would ever do that. Oh, Katie Holmes. I think she's, like, average. Probably, like, 5'5", 5'6". The height thing, it's insecurity. It comes a lot from this sense of machismo, and which does not work for me because I do not work within the traditional gender role bullshit. But some people, and this could be partially because I do date older people. I date older men when I date men. But they have this kind of a machismo, like, I am the man, I pay for the meals, I take care of the house, I do the outdoor things, that is a man, and that does not. And so when you are, the man is bigger, the man is taller, that gets, it's a mental shit. I pity them. Because they didn't know how well I could suck a dick, and it has nothing to do with my height. Crazy. I like trains, too. Thank you for the biddies, Genova. I fucking appreciate you. A perfect boob height? I mean, a perfect boob height is essentially just the height of which your head gets into a lot of boobs. And Alk is itty-bitty Polly Pocket size. So, like, I'm 6 foot. So if you just subtract a foot off of here and then put someone's face in, you know what I'm saying? Mag, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Hertz. You're a butt wizard of the highest order, Hertz. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Uncle Iroh's incredible. June something. The reason I ask is, most of you know this, I have a shit ton of animals. I've got snakes, I've got lizards, I've got all sorts of stuff. I've got antlered doe. The fuck? Thank you for gifting 5 subs in the chat, you generous fuck. Antlered doe, thank you. Otono42, Crate Witch, Ronan, Death Angel, and Kitty Armistead. You're all butt wizards of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And I appreciate you. Thank you. Mother of fuck. Thank you. I appreciate you. Katie Holmes, that's her name, yeah. The reason I ask, this is what I was going to say. So, amongst all my animals, I have 2 lychee geckos, otherwise known as Leachianus geckos, the biggest geckos in the world. Mine, not specifically, but they are the species of the largest gecko in the world. They're probably about, from my fingertips, they're probably about that big now. And this enclosure up here is a new, well, it's not new, it's one of my old enclosures, but I fixed it up, cleaned it up, and I set it up for one of those geckos. And those geckos are named Iro and Appa. And I would love to do a rehousing of Iro before you go for good luck. That was a really long play to get where I was going to. Just, I have a gecko named Iro. I really like Uncle Iro. They're the geckos that croak. So if you guys have heard me talk about how late at night when I'm sitting here in silence, like painting or something, and all of a sudden I hear, that's the lychees. Every once in a while, they just decide to croak at nothing. I don't know. They make very odd sounds. Thank you, Antlered, and good morning. I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. The golden rachio. Oh my god. Oh my god, Prelt. The golden rachio. Shut the fuck up. High five, bitch. That was phenomenal. Well played. Oh, Katie Holmes 5'9". He does have a type. I mean, this is where I come from on the whole height thing. Height means nothing to me. Height, body size, whatever. You guys know, I fall in love with the brain and figure out how to fuck the rest. Whatever that is, that's me. Thank you for those biddies, Linz. I appreciate you. Go forth and, you know, whatever. I don't know why I'm fucked up today. Anyways, if you love women, why don't you want more woman? Like, none of that does not make sense to me. I love women, and I am just excited to have more woman to hold and do things, and blah, blah, and you know? It's simple fucking math. Thank you, Desmond. It is. You love women? You love woman? Why not more woman? And this is no hate on short people. I'm just speaking to my current, my circumstance. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I am so stoked to have more lady in hands. I don't know. Fuck me though, right? It's, the way you spell it is Leachie. It's really confusing because their actual name is Leachianus. Oh, what is it? Rhacodactylus leachianus. Hold on. It is Rhacodactylus leachianus. Is their actual name. Is it going to show the right screen? I just wanted to show you the spelling. Oh my god, it did. We're on a roll. That. But for short, they're known as lychee geckos. But they're super cute. Wow, do you see how I spelt it? Terrible. Rhacodactylus, I think is how you spelt it, right? Rhacodactylus. Look how big they are. I have 2 of these, but they're not kind. Geckos in general do not like to be handled. They're very fragile. And these guys, because they are so big, even in nature, the way that they defend themselves is to bite. And they don't let go. So the rehousing will be very fun and interesting. But I have 2 of these guys, and they need a new enclosure. So one of them is going up here. I cannot house them together because, again, they're literally so aggressive. They will bite each other and, like, maim each other. But yeah, they're huge. And super cute and chunky. Thank you for the hype train, by the way. I fucking appreciate you. They're chunky and super ring. If you can't tell, most of my animals look kind of chunky. I have frogs that are literally called chubby frogs. Cheers, Fiata. Tall Queen's right. What up, Wired? How are you? I fall in love with the brain and figure out how to fuck the rest. CK 2025. 100%. People have told me what that is. If you identify and you are looking for a label for that sexuality or identification, I think it's sapiosexual. I don't know. I don't care. The scrotum skin gecko, they're so wrinkly and adorable, and they just have the tiniest, weirdest little tail. I can't even remember how I got here, but you're A+. You're A+. That's how you got here. Duh. Takes one to know one. Right, VR, that's the sad part, is they're so chunky and so adorable, but they're genuinely, like, in general, not the most handleable geckos. Most people with leechies do not handle them, because if the leechie decides to run and jump off of your hand, like, God forbid it falls and hurts itself or something. Do you like hand-sized dragons? Buy them today. Each gecko sold separately. Do not house together. Batteries not included. I mean, seriously, I think there was a picture of how big they are when I got them. They're so, this is how big they were, just comparatively. When I first got them, what, like 3 or 4 years ago, they were as big as a finger. They were like that big. They were just little slugs, and they were so cute, and now they're like that. And they're just these giant lumps. But I love them, and they're cute. I just desperately need to give them new homes, because they have grown out. Sacrarion, thank you so much for some of the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it a swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Thank you for that 53 months. I've returned from the con in Sweden, oh my god, and with many friendly furry animals. Yes, fun fact about it, the total attendee count was 5,335 people, and the total amount of fursuits was 3,057. That is fucking awesome. The fact that over half the attendees were fursuited up is the fucking best. Sapiosexual is attracted to people who demonstrate intelligence. Maybe it's not that. Demi is you need an emotional connection before being attracted. I mean, then you gotta define emotional attraction. Like, I don't know what that is. Oh, manatees. I love them. Sea cows, right? Like, want to touch. Why look so cuddly? But I won't. Like, don't touch nature. All of us are out here just not touching nature. Doesn't mean we don't want to, but we're not touching nature. I love walking by their cages and seeing them on the glass. The ones that are near the kitchen, those are the ones that are usually always up against the glass. I don't know why. It's so hard to feed them because they're up on their door. So when I open it, they try to run out. Oh my god, the other day, one of my geckos, I opened their cage to feed her, and she, like, the way the glass swings, she went in between the two glass panes. So if I would have closed that door, I would have chopped her in half. Oh my god. They're so, like, dumb. It was definitely a moment of like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Back inside! Touching manatee is illegal in Florida. We shouldn't touch nature. Like, it should just don't touch nature. It was all honestly pretty damn awesome. That is fucking cool. I wonder, like, if it's hotter in a furry con than it is in a con where the vast majority of attendees aren't in fursuits. Do you know what I mean? Like, temperature-wise. Demi is basically under the ace spectrum. Oh, fucking A. Happy Taco Tuesday. How are you, reasonable? No touching nature. Okay, bugs don't count. And if you're like, you know, protecting your loved ones, that's different, right? I don't fuck with the black widows in my yard, but if they're in my house, oh, I'm fucking with that black widow. I can eat a dick. Absolutely not. Cats and dogs that are domestic, does that count as nature? I don't know. If it does, I touch nature all the time. Literally, it sleeps in my bed. I don't know what to do. Yeah, nature can't consent, exactly. My dogs consent. They beg for it. Lil actually got me in my eye this morning begging for that consenting love, motherfucker. Love her so much. Breaking the unwritten contract of non-aggression means nature can get fucked. Exactly. That's exactly it. Like, nature comes at me or my loved ones, we're gonna have a different story. But other than that, like, I leave nature alone. That shit, I am out. I feel like humans are outside of the natural nature cycle anymore. We're just walking bags of chemicals and microplastics. Just the Earth's just waiting to shake us. They found a new spider. I mean, that makes sense. What's crazy is we actually have like, I don't know the actual statistics on this, but I watched a documentary on tarantulas and shit. You guys know I have a lot of spiders and tarantulas and I take care of them. And so I watch a lot of tarantula YouTube. Like, in the National Archive of Arachnids and Insects, there are thousands of unnamed discovered spiders. That's how behind we are on naming and identifying tarantulas and spiders. It's crazy. Thousands. Which is why the names of my spiders change. Like, I had a whole string of brachypelmas that are now Tleotocotl. That makes no sense to anybody who doesn't care. Latin names are weird, but they genuinely are changing them all the time because they're constantly redefining them and they're trying to catch up. Because, like, what do they say? Like, there is a real statistic. It's like under 2% we are aware of and have named and labeled under 2% of probably the known insect world right now. That's how many insects are out there that we have not named, labeled. We're just that behind because there's just so many. It's crazy. And, like, DNA sequencing them to try to figure out where they come from, what lineage they're actually related to, as opposed to just looking at them. It's wild. It's wild. It's really interesting, but it is wild, and it changes all the time. I did have some say those who say that I'm practicing hetero comp. What is that? Because I call myself queer instead of a lesbian, and I'm like, just shut up. Just shut the fuck up. Yeah. I have no problem with people describing themselves or labeling themselves however they want. It's when people argue over each other's labels, etc. Fuck off. Like, if I say I'm queer and someone corrects me and they're like, actually, you're a demisapio fucking nugget something, I'm gonna be like, why? That's none of your business. We are not fucking. Like, that is clear by this conversation, but it was clear beforehand. What are we doing here? Why? Like, just shut up. I like that. I'm just gonna, just shut up. I'm gonna use that. I'm not sure about the general temperature being higher or not, but there's more access to getting cool air blown at you. Good. Cons are hot in general. That's why I asked. Like, you always wear layers to a con because once you get in and those crowds kind of jostling you around, you start to get real hot and sweaty, which is why everyone's like, wear deodorant. Yeah, science changes, names and labels should be the same, and that's good. Like, we talk about this here all the time, and I know I sound like a broken record, but God forbid, I never, ever want to be, like, a stagnant human. Please, for the life of everything, let me grow, let me change, let my labels change, let me develop as a human being. Like, that's what's supposed to happen. Not just this, well, this is how I am until I die. What? That doesn't make sense. We're fucking animals. We're not fucking animals. That was terrible. We are animals. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Sometimes my word, don't stop it. 4,000-year-old? Oh, what is it? Oh, I don't have Discord. My computer was being weird this morning. Not weird, just weird. You touched that? That's pretty special. Like, with your fingies? Demisapio fuck nugget. We love nuggets. I love me some nuggies. I can tell you my sexuality is not to be attracted to pedantic identity policing assholes. Yes. Oh, cheers to that. Fuck yes. That's it. My sexuality is not. I'm in no way want to suck anything on you at all. I might be calling it wrong, but the thing about queer AFAB peeps getting into straight relationships because they don't do any better. Because they don't any better. That's sad. I mean, is that kind of like how, I mean, if we were to go real base terms, I am bisexual. I like everything. I like everything. I like everyone. Like I said, I'm usually attracted to what's upstairs, and that makes me want to figure out what's downstairs. I'll figure out anything, though. I'm not really, like, that isn't where, like, I'll get mine. You know what I'm saying? The challenge is let's get yours. That's where my brain goes. But like for a lot of bisexual people or in that broad branch of the sexuality spectrum, if we are with someone of the opposite gender, we are now straight. Is it similar to that? That is a very annoying thing that has been going on for ages and ages. It is like, what the fuck is that? Pansexual. I wear nitrile for clay and wood, but that's stone. Really, I was gonna ask that because of like the oils and stuff from our hands, if that would break down. Because I know with books and things like that, like natural, not fibers, but natural materials, like literally the oils from our hands can break them down and ruin them. Exactly, Mike. Like, unless we're fucking it, it's not. My labels are my labels. Your labels are your labels. If you don't like my labels, keep it to yourself. Right? I'm not picky. I'm not. I'm picky about what's up here, though. I am very. Like, it's been a genuine problem where I can be, like, so fucking sexually attracted to someone, like, I'm just a slip and slide, and the wrong, like, one just thing comes out of their mouth. And that is enough to turn me into the goddamn Sahara Desert. I'm saying my nipples go inwards and my body recoils. It is wild how fast you can turn me off with your big dumb mouth. Wild. Yeah, I get the, well, you're bi. Well, like, no, I like everybody. I know, and then that doesn't, so it's just easier to say bi, because honestly, most people that are asking don't want that conversation anyways. Oh my god, carry on. What up, Allie? How are you? I'm Pandemi, which means pandemics turn me on. Must have been a rough couple of years. Exactly, just how, like, if I eat a plate of chicken and then a bowl of salad, now I'm vegetarian. I mean, technically today, I have only had oat milk and orange juice. I'm vegan, bitches. Let's go. And VR, why is it anyone's business? Like, I don't want to be friends. I mean, and this is weird. It's weird to say out loud because, like, I want friends, obviously, and I want people around me to be wonderful and whatever. Be surrounded by love. You know what I'm saying. But, like, I don't want to have friends who, like, care about that. I want them to care that I'm happy and I'm with someone who's healthy for me. But I really don't want to be surrounded by human beings that give a fuck, like, what I want to, you know, I don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? That's so, please look at me as more than that. There's so much more to me as a human being. So, and I think that goes for a lot of us. Like, if that's how you're going to describe me, I'm sad. I'd rather you describe me as the tall bitch. Like, if you're going to go with cheap shit, let's go with that. I've seen a lot of meat go into your mouth for you to be vegan. I was vegan for 6 years. Did I ever tell you that, Rod? Wild. I was vegan for a big chunk of my, like, 20s. It was interesting. It was a fun challenge, honestly. I didn't hate it. But I had wet dreams, genuinely, about eggs. Just like a runny egg. Oh. Weird dreams about eggs. Exactly reasonable. That there's a stigma that bi women are bi and bi men are gay. It's so dumb. So, and why does that matter? Like, why is that even a thing? I live in a red state and there are morons. A few good ones here, but good lord, the morons shout the loudest, always. Care for people, not about their identity, right? Man. That's one top. Oh, shut my mouth. That's a huge bitch. Behemoth. Isn't it weird? I was vegan for 10 years. Wild to find a normal after. Isn't that weird? I know. It honestly, I think it was really good for me though. Like, it really broadened my horizons in terms of cooking vegetables and shit like that and cooking different food. Because I grew up, you know, meat and potatoes on a farm. Like, that was Genuinely, every meal was like a starch and a meat that was probably some sort of gravy, which is great. I still love shit on a shingle, but man, I learned how to make vegetables taste like sex. To this day, they still taste like sex, guaranteed. Like, I've made them as sides now for other dishes. They're so fucking good. But it was, do you remember going vegan? The weirdest hurdle when I first, like, went vegan, I was with someone who couldn't eat meat proteins because it was really terrible for their cholesterol. It was so weird because, like, when you eliminate meat, it's suddenly you're like, where's the main course of my meal? And you kind of realize that the rest of your life is just eating sides. And so that's when you're like, oh man, I'm going to fucking pay attention to sides. But I've always been a sides kid anyways. Like, if I go to a place for burgers, I'm interested in your french fries. If your french fries fail me, like, I went to In-N-Out, their french fries were so bad, I don't remember the burger. Just the worst fries I've ever had in my entire life. Like, I go for sides anyways. So that was easier for me, but I definitely learned how to spice up sides and make things taste like absolute just amazing. But if you ever want to go vegetarian or vegan, like, my number one piece of advice is just don't dive into fake meat stuff. Like, it never ever will replace nor taste like real meat. It's like a whole other food group in itself. It's good. I ate a lot of tofurkey sausages. I'll still eat them to this day. Actually, I think Domestic Dan might still have some in his freezers from ages ago. If you ask him about the lies, they might still be there. But don't depend on them. They do not replace anything. I picked up a clay urn sorry, my chat jumped. When it was when it was made 5,000 years ago, it had been picked up before the clay was dry, so the indentations from the potter's fingers were pushed into the clay. I held in the exact same spot as someone else did 5,000 years ago. I almost creamed my pants. Be honest, you creamed your pants. Because I would have been grinding into the table edge or something at that point. I don't even know. That is fucking magical. Dude, I love mashed potato. Good mashed. I'm a potato fiend. So, like, a good baked potato, a good mashed potato, good fries. JoJo's, if you're from the Pacific Northwest, for some reason that's the only place JoJo's are in the world. They're essentially well-spiced potato wedges, deep fried. They're fucking amazing. Not steak fries, different. But fucking JoJo's. That was like my go-to at gas station food in my youth, and outside of Washington State, JoJo's don't exist. Like, Royal Farms Chicken has potato wedges, which are essentially the same, but they don't call them JoJo's. I don't know why JoJo's are JoJo's, but that's like a death meal. If I'm on death row, I want a fucking pile of perfectly cooked JoJo's. Ugh, I love potatoes. Carbs are the shit. Rice bowls are incredible. Man, my favorite thing was, like, I made this, I guess it was a stir fry, whatever, but it was carrots and white beans and butter, like vegan butter and dill, like fresh dill sprinkled on it and salt and pepper and whatever. And I don't know, I haven't made that probably in 15 years, and to this day it still stands out as one of my favorite things I ever made in my life. It was so fucking good. But I still order food with tofu in it. Like, I like deep fried tofu. I know a lot of people are like, it's a sponge. It's a sauce sponge. It totally is. It just put it in a good sauce and it's fucking delectable. It broadened my horizons and made me, like, I think, more into trying different things because I had to, like, struggle within that world for a little bit. It was fun. My favorite type of French fry? That's such a hard question. Sometimes it depends on my mood. Honestly, any of them if they are perfectly cooked, because any of them can be shittily cooked. Like, my perfect French fry, whatever shape or size, is a JoJo. I like them. They have the skin on. I don't know. They're better. Is one that's, like, totally cooked and soft and fluffy on the inside, but the outside is crisp and it holds its shape in my hand. Like, if I get fries that are limp, I will eat them with a fork. They make me sad, but I will eat them. But that's the perfect fry. Like, crinkle cut are great if they're cooked perfect. Curly fries are fucking phenomenal if they're cooked perfect. Like, you go to the fair. Oh my god, the fair knows how. Like, a state fair knows how to do curly fries. My god. The spiraling of the potato, and then it just goes straight into the fryer, and it's just, like, perfect and crisp and holds its shape, and you put ketchup all over it, and just, like, it's too early. Why are we doing this? But really, that might be what Mapo tofu is so good. You just have to make it without pork, right? Waffle fries, oh my god. Waffle fries, if cooked well, are the perfect fry. Tater tots, oh my god. Insensitively titled when I was in high school Mexi fries from Taco Times, specifically in the Pacific Northwest for some reason. Mexi fries. I don't know what they call them. They call them something else now because obviously calling things Mexi is a little fucked up. But they're just tater tots deep fried. And then we have this special kind of seasoning salt that's like Taco Time licensed or whatever. We'd sprinkle all over them and toss a perfectly cooked tot. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Have you ever had a perfectly cooked sweet potato tot? I can't even tell you. You guys are getting me really excited right now. I just fucking love. I know not enough places in this world offer tater tots. For some reason, it's considered a child food. Go fuck yourself. I think you just can't cook one right, so you're giving them to kids who don't know any better. Figure it out. They're so good. I love a good tater tot. Or a loaded baked potato. I mean, to get out of the french fry. But seriously, it's so hard. I'd say, like, it's easier for me to say my least favorite fries because if it's well cooked, I will get down on any french fry. You know, when you like go for that first fry and it's like crisp and and it's soft on the inside and it's perfect and your mouth is just so happy and it's salted right and whatever. I don't care what shape it's in. If you can do it right, I'll fuck it. I will fuck that shit up hard. But I kind of hate shoestring fries. They're thin and sad, and I feel like I have to get 4 at a time just to do anything, and then they always do like this thing in your hand, so then like the sauce to mouth, and then they get limp. They're more than likely to be limp. I'm just shoestring, though, but McDonald's can make a pretty dank fry, but I think they fry them in like, I want to say some sort of animal fat, so if you're vegan or vegetarian, don't do that. I know, Viata. I'm thinking, like, what kind of potato am I fucking up tonight? Preferred common forms of potatoes. What do you mean, like, common form? What do you mean, like, raw? Like, what is my favorite potato to cook with? Or, like, because we could go on scalloped potatoes. Scalloped potatoes. My Nana would make scalloped potatoes in a slow cooker, like an old school, that brown crock pot that was tan with the little flower design on the outside. You know the one. She made crock pot scalloped potatoes with, quote-unquote, little weenies in it. I.e. just chopped up breakfast sausage, and it's just, like, loaded with stretchy-ass cheddar cheese, Tillamook, to be exact. Fuck me up, dude. That is one of the best ways to treat a potato in the world. I don't know if that's a common way, though. What do we put on this poll? What are, like, what are the most common preparations of potatoes? Let me manage the poll, please. Let me do that. Thank you. Fry. I mean, fries is such a broad term. This is what I'm saying. I'm too pretentious for this. Boiled, stewed. Eat them twice a day. I know. We're halfway to a potato tier system where there's like S tier, A tier, etc., etc. Jesus Christ, Katie. Oh my God, latkes. Or just like Sherry's loaded, or Waffle House loaded hash browns. Hash browns. Oh my God. I think I can only put 5 things on this poll. What do I put on it? Help me. Baked. Does anyone like baked potatoes? Is that even worth putting on there? I'll eat any potato, so I do like a baked potato. Hasselbeck. A well-made Hasselbeck potato is fucking delicious. Sarah, my love! Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving anus its wings for
99 fucking months. Wow. We've been here a bit. I love you.
I love you, Beach. God damn, twice baked. Oh my God. Speaking of when I was vegan, that's another recipe I remember very violently because it was so good. It was a twice baked potato, but it was like Indian inspired. So you scraped all the cooked potato out and you mixed it up with some peas and like curry powders of different types of curry powders and different types of like Indian spices and some yogurt or something and mixed it all up and put that back in the potato and baked it again. Oh my God, it was so fucking good. Oh my God, I'm fucked up now. We're gonna do this. We're gonna figure it out. Croquettes. Oh. potato pancakes. I'm fucked. I don't know what to do. Rage, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs in the channel, you generous fuck. Leon, I'm pretty mellow. Creeping Malays, Skittles kill, and Wild Yaks. You're all butt wizards the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. I almost burped there. Because nothing in this world is sexy and pure sober consent, and I appreciate you. Thank you, Rage. Twice baked with cheese of any kind. Cheese is just otherworldly. We can't even get into that. Like, there is no way I can make a poll about best cheeses. I know, Sarah, that's the problem. So I'm going to put baked. We know baked potato in general. So baked potato, would that encompass a Hasselbeck? A twice baked? Because I literally can only put in 5 categories. So, like, are French fries and tots of the same ilk? Mashed? Absolutely. This is going to be so hard, I don't even know how to vote. I fucking love mashed potatoes. So good. Gnocchi, no! Oh, no. Oh, no. Now we're getting into what potatoes can make. Oh, no. Gnocchi's so good, though. It's, like, literally my favorite pasta. Fuck. Okay, we have baked and mashed. What do I do? Fries. I think fries and tots have to be in the same category if we're narrowing this down to 5. Yeah? I think? Because we have, like, scalloped au gratin. That is basically its own. I can't think of anything that is similar to. Fries, tots, wedge. Okay, I agree. It's deep fried potato particles. I'm not going to put that. No one's going to vote. So sorry. Tots and wedges. We're going to do this. Okay. So we have baked, mashed, fries, tots, wedges. I know, Sarah. It's like, I don't eat until like 9 p.m. and it's 10:30. I don't know what to do. Cheesy mash is going to just have to be with mashed potatoes. We have 2 categories left. And so we like au gratin / scallop potatoes. Yeah. Particles, like when you flush. I love potato is my favorite food. I will, anytime I see like a delectable potato thing on a menu, I will try it at least once. I fucking love it. Thank you for that follow. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. My name is ClassyKatie. It's fucktabulous to meet you. Welcome to Potato Hour. Okay. Scalloped. Am I missing a category? Because I feel like we had too many. Oh, it's like gnocchi. Okay, so we have gnocchi. Oh, fuck. Okay, question. Sweet potatoes. Does that count? Oh my god. Chips. Crisps. Lay's. Crinkles. Kettle cooked. Oh no. They're not, but you can quite literally make all of these things with sweet potatoes. So are we just like sweet potatoes are not it? We're talking like russet / Yukon here, yeah? That and like, haven't you ever just had like those little red, like just little red potatoes cooked perfectly and then like rolled in some salt and butter and maybe some dill and pepper and they're just like buttery, those little potatoes? Do you know the ones I'm talking about? Like, it's the most simple fucking, but yum. Oh, potato pancakes, thank you. So we got potato pancakes, latkes. What else did we say? Croquettes will have to be in there. Right? Like, basically, anytime you are taking... Oh my god, we forgot the breakfast. Hash browns. Is that going to be in these? So, like... Oh. What about... Oh my god, potato skins. Help! Potato salad! Oh, that just doesn't fit with any of these. We've got potato salad, we've got gnocchi. We've got hash browns. Hash browns and you know what? I think you're right, David. Hash browns and like what is it called when they just cube the potatoes for breakfast food? Help. Home fries, is that what they're called? Home fries, yeah. Those are all like essentially fried potato in oil. So that'll probably go in that, right? Okay, so breakfast stuff is covered. We're good there. Hasselbeck, I think, has to be in baked potato. Just because we don't have the categories. We don't have any room. We have one spot left, and we're stuck with things that are drastically different. We could just do all of the above. I think we just love potatoes. Potato gratin, I put in scalloped. I put scalloped / au gratin. Would potato skins go in there? That's one of my favorites. Genuinely is au gratin. Cheesy fucking sliced potatoes. Yes. Fried, baked, mashed, salad crisped. Ooh. Is crisped the same thing? Hold on. I have baked. So ours almost line up exactly. Yeah, let me look. So I have fried. I have baked. I have mashed. I have maybe soup / salad. Oh, God. Oh, God. Potato salad and fucking gnocchi in the same category hurts me. Exactly. I don't have a crisped one. I have fried, though. So I have baked, mashed, fried, and then scalloped, au gratin, skin. Should I make that category just cheesy? But we still have gnocchi. We have potato salad. I feel like we need a tier list after this. There's way too many good potato things in the world. Pierogies, fuck. Oh no. Russian dumplings. Fuck. Could that be, boiled? Boiled. Because you boil potato salad, potatoes. You boil gnocchi. You boil pierogies.
Now,
Croquettes.
I'm going to fuck you with
Well, let me put it.
Satan's cock.
It only let me spell it with one T. It's just out of room. Please don't judge my spelling. Palazzo, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it a 10 months. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual. Because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Okay, so boiled. So we're getting less specific. So the scalloped au gratin potato skins is just going to be cheesy potatoes. You fill in the lines. I'm just trying to make them as general as possible. So we have baked, mashed, fried, cheesy, boiled. I know my stomach is like, if the mic didn't have a gate, you would hear what's happening right now. Like I can feel it in my ribs. I know. Dumplings? Fuck. That's boiled. Dumplings will be boiled. Just think of how the potato is prepared. The one that you want to vote for, yeah? I didn't mean to make this so complicated, but like I genuinely love potatoes. Like I take this very seriously. All right. Best potato. Baked potato, mashed potato, fried, cheesy, or boiled. You have 5 minutes. I don't even know how I'm going to vote. I'm just going to stare at this. Katie's potato. Dude, it would be so sad. I can eat so little. I'm a half a cheeseburger girl. Again, because I fill up on french fries. But, like, I would have all that food in front of me, and I'd eat one of each and be like, I'm full. Because I eat like a bird. I graze. It's terrible. I very rarely, like, sit down and eat something. It's so bad. It would be so boring. Should we put together a tier list? Hold on. What is that website for tier lists? Or do I just put it on my screen? Tier Maker. I found it. I did it. That was so fast. I did it, everybody. Oh my god, is that the same one I found? Did you just make a tier list? Oh my god, we found the... Wait. Mine looks different, but we found the same... Weird. Thank you. I have to show you this. It's so weird. It's our one brain cell. Okay, check this out. So this is the one I just like randomly Googled tier list and put in potato and it did this. It just looks different. This is the one I just randomly Googled. And then this is the one that Genova did. I don't, why does it look just like slightly different? Oh, it filled in categories. Oh, yours has more potatoes though. I want yours. Okay, we're just gonna fill our, we know what S, A, B, C haven't tried is, but we need more tier. I mean, should we have more tiers or is it just more goes in more tiers? I wonder if all the potato things we thought of are in there. Multiple in a tier. Okay, that's what I thought. Can I zoom in on it? All right. This is going to be rough. Should we poll every potato? Do you guys want to vote on every potato and what tier it should go in? Because I don't know how else to quantify this. Because to me, it's just, yep, yes, please, yes, more, yes, please. Oh, I want fucking 20 of those. I will do something delicious with that. Yes, put my face in it. I will sit on it. I will eat all of it for money. Yes, please, more, yes. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Ooh, I'd fuck it. Yes. Gimme. Yes. It's missing baked potato. Can we add more? It's literally missing baked potato. Can I add more to it? This is the stream now. It's just potatoes. This is our pre-awakening. Oh, baked potato. Wow, it just looks like it not. Okay, it's fine. All right. And this is assuming perfect preparation. Yeah. So we're not thinking of that one time you had something and it was horrible. We're assuming a perfect preparation of each thing. I say potato wedges are S tier. That is the most perfect potato. Oh, fuck. I don't even know what I'm saying, though. They're all perfect. I don't know what to do. Cheers. Help. I love a perfectly done potato wedge. It's just like, it's soft and fluffy and cooked all the way through on the inside, but the outside is like that almost bubble, like, because it's been fried, it's like almost that bubbled, crispy skin that's like its own thing now. It's like a shell around the soft potato on the inside. Oh my god, and what do you dip your potatoes in? Are you a purist? Are you like a ketchup fry sauce kind of person, or do you get weird with it? Let me know. Nope, steak cut are their own thing. They're in the list. I actually see something in here that I haven't enjoyed before, and we shall see. Where's the stop teasing and put it in my mouth? I think that's S tier. I think S tier is don't fuck with me, put it in my mouth. All right, hash browns. Not loaded, not special. The latkes potato pancakes, that's something different. That's in the categories. Hash browns, I mean, everything's S tier. I'm gonna put it as a B tier. Just because, like, even at its best, I want stuff with it. I want to put hot sauce on it. I want to put ketchup on it. I want to put cheese on it. Like, let's get fucking real with this. Tots, wedges, and croquettes won, by the way. By a large margin. Bless you all. Gravy is the appropriate way to be served and to enjoy French fries. However, the more south you get, the more difficult that becomes, I've found. I'm not a huge ketchup fan by any means. I would much rather some exciting fry sauce or something. There's so many other flavors out there in the world. Like, ketchup is so vinegary too. It tends to be just vinegary for me. That being said, I have had like in-house made restaurant ketchup that I have wanted to fucking fuck. I don't know what it is, what they do. They do something special, but I have had like once or twice in my life. I'm literally like simulating the flavor in my mouth right now and getting excited. This like house-made ketchup, it's a little bit thicker and it's just like better. It's good. I don't know how to describe that. I don't know. It's good. What up, Isabella? How are you, love? Malt vinegar on fries is fucking phenomenal. They're incomplete, yes. Like, hash browns, they have to... There's never going to be a time I enjoy hash browns just by themselves on a plate without anything else. I want some sausages or tomatoes, or I want some cheese or something, or sour cream or hot sauce. That being said, you give me a bag of, like, potato wedges straight out of that, like, hot, you know, the hot case at a gas station, and I will fuck those up, and I don't ask for sauce. Pete! Oh no! Oh no, you pissed off Mom. Oh no. No sugar added. Maybe that's what it is. In Amsterdam, they have these fruit shops that just serve them in a paper cone. They have the option of like 50. Oh my god, I need that. 50 dipping sauces. I want that. I want that. Okay, so the first one we did was like shredded hash browns. The next one is, what are they called? Home fries? I kind of put them in the same because they're just there's never been a time where I just want like just home fries. Like I want to crack an easy over egg on both of those things and put some cheese and maybe some hot sauce or something. Verde, I don't know. Oh shit. Oh, so this is like on the playground when you guys punch each other in the face. Okay, I get it. No, it's fine. I get it. The next one is like McDonald's handheld hash browns again. I don't know if I've ever had one that I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to move those to C because I feel like these are better than that. Oh, I'm feeling terrible. I love potatoes. I'm so... Dear God Patat, I love all of your children equally, and in no way, shape, or form am I pitting them against one another. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. Thank you. Mena or something. I don't fucking know. Home fries. Wait, they have hash browns and home fries. Wait, what's the difference? Wait, are these just like quartered little red potatoes fried up with like spices and stuff? Because, ooh, I'd put those like here. Do you know the ones I'm talking about? They're like diner, like good diner breakfast potato. Is that? You think like, well, you're right though. There's so many better options. I'm going to put them in B because I agree with you because just looking down here, like latkes already. I mean, latkes, like up again. I have to remind myself of this. We are absolutely reminding ourselves this is perfect presentation. Perfect preparation, right? A perfectly made little latke, though. Oh, I haven't had them since my Nana passed. I'm heartbroken. Oh, I want them now. Really? Have you ever had a perfect, have you ever had a perfect latke though? Because it's not just potato. There's like spices and herbs in there and like stuff that makes it so the latke itself is like its own fucking creature. That being said, it's delightful with some sour cream and dill or like some sort of dipping sauce. It's got a lot of, I feel like it's all the different onions. I feel like there's probably garlic in it too. It's got flavor. Like it's fucking tasty. It's not just potato because there's potato pancake in here and that's different. You've had shit ones? Oh man, there's, just imagine like, I don't want to say it. Is that a tatty scone? They're fucking tasty. It's like chunkily mashed potato, sometimes shredded potato, and then you mix all these spices and herbs and stuff in there, and sometimes some cream, sometimes something to thicken it. I think it's just maybe the potato. I haven't made them in so many fucking years. I don't even remember. And then you fry them in oil and sprinkle them with toppings if you want to. But man, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'll leave it at A. We'll see where we go. We have a lot of things to do. I'm sorry. I'm such a whore for a potato. It's so hard to do. I want to put them all at S tier because I'm thinking like the most epic presentation and preparation of that creature. It's piping hot to the point where you still see the oil like sizzling on the crispy crust, but it's like still gooey and warm and not gooey, but like warm and well done. Oh God. Tater tots. Again, I would like to S tier this because, like, have you ever had, like, an in-house made, perfectly made tater tot? It's, like, almost creamy. I don't know. I think A tier, too. Like, a good tater tot is fucking phenomenal. That being said, I have to keep thinking without dipping sauces and shit. Like, I will get down on a bag of tater tots. Like, you don't get me wrong. But I do want something. Public school lunch tater tots, the ones that were like a cube. It was almost like the monkey bread of tater tots. You kind of like plucked them out of whatever, I should say, whatever shape your lunch lady's spoon was. Ours literally had like a square spoon for the tots because it was like a kind of situation, and you would kind of like monkey bread. Yes, 100%. They were oily, they were greasy, but that flavor is nostalgia in itself, and that shit's a drug. Yes, croquettes are fucking delicious. They're on this list. I'm trying not to look ahead because I'm gonna put everything on S tier, and this is so difficult for me. Get some tater tots. Oh my God, I want you all to get tater tots or McDonald's French fries, whatever you love. Get yourself a potato. Potato chips. This is so potato chips is quickly followed by crinkle cut. So let's assume potato chip crisp is a Lay's, is an Utz, right? We're not talking kettle, I don't think. I don't know if kettle cooked is even an option, but we're talking like just your everyday chip, right? Ginger just announced they're playing at Summerfest in Milwaukee. Oh my God, are you gonna go? Oh my God, with an opener Baby Metal. Oh my God, are you gonna go? I'd agree. I do not get excited about this potato chip. That being said, if you morph that into a jalapeno kettle cooked, perfectly kettle cooked chip, I'd easily slam that in an A tier. Because again, we're thinking about it on its own. A spicy dill pickler. Go fuck yourself. Uh-oh. But a Lay's, I'm not excited about it. I will eat it, but I am not excited about it. You are what you eat. But is there ever a good layer? Or they just completely... Is that just, I'm a melee? All dressed? Holy shit, yeah. Oh, yeah. But just a potato chip? I mean, salt is great. But it's not exciting. Okay. Crinkle cut. I would kind of say the same. A regular ass crinkle cut. Like, I would say that it's one of the ultimate, if not S tier dip vessels. Because it has just the perfect amount of strength for whatever you'd want to dip it in. But it also, like, is thin and crispy and delicious. Whereas sometimes kettle chips can be a little too much for that. It is an absolute unit when it comes to delivering a sauce to my mouth. But in terms of itself, crinkle, are we feeling stronger about crinkle? Because I genuinely am not. It is the pre-salted dip vessel. It truly is. And it is great at that. But we're going off epic potatoes. Lay's can suck a bag of dicks. Kettle or death?
Fuck yes!
I need a load of bowl, but cheers. I might have to grind weed, but cheers to that. Fucking A, Pete. Fucking A. I feel like we should listen. What is that? Oh, God. It's been stuck in my head since we heard it on Friday. If you haven't heard this song, while I grind weed, please enjoy. Think on, if we're not excited about crinkle cut, I agree. Tornado potatoes, which I've never had. It looks like a really complicated Hasselbeck potato, which, like, I'm here for. Oh, also, I got new weed. I was smoking grape gasoline, so we're not going to smoke that again. Let's try Chem White, which is allegedly a hybrid and allegedly 31.69%. Sidebar, i.e. tangent, what's your favorite dip? It's super, yeah, it looks like the epic Hasselbeck. Like, it would be just fucking, like, every bit of the potato is being exposed to the heat and the oil and the salt and pepper or whatever you're putting on it, so it's just gonna be, like, delectable. But I've never had it. It just looks great. Oh my god, Clutch, you've come at a perfect time. We are discussing the best potatoes. The best way to consume a potato. We made a poll and it just got too serious, so now we've decided to not lose our weed, to tier it, because this is our life now. Of blow, you can't talk about doing that kind of thing here, Viata. I'm kidding. Skirt. Frite sauce, which is kind of like, I love aioli. It's one of the few ways that I will accept mayonnaise into my body or on my person. Because I think you don't cook vodka. I don't know. I don't think alcohol tastes good, so that would be a C tier for me. I'll drink it to fuck up, get fucked, but like, this is talking about like, what you take pleasure in. If you sip vodka, you might have a problem. I'm not judging. I don't like mayonnaise in general. Like, it makes things wet for the most part, but aioli, I will fuck. Aioli is so good. Potatoes are always serious business. Thank you for respecting that. I appreciate that seriously. Like, I take this very serious. I will be fucking up some potatoes in the next couple of days. Yeah, but the thing is, the rule with this is you cannot say it's the best. Like, for instance, we got potato chips and crinkle cut as C tier because as their own, they're not exciting. Now, if we were voting on the best vessel for delivering a dip to my face, S tier. So it couldn't be mixed drinks. It just have to be like, how much do you enjoy sipping vodka? That's like how it was the only way. Because if we start taking into account all the accoutrements, it's impossible. This is impossible. This is impossible. Impossible. I like my potato like Matt Damon likes from Martian, baked potato topped with crushed Vicodin. Did he do that? I forgot that. That's phenomenal. That's great. Wow, potatoes got depressing. So, tornado potatoes, what do we say? I've never had them. I would Hasselbeck an A. If these are just like Hasselbecks on an unrecognizable level, that's where I would put Hasselbecks. Because Hasselbecks, they're on here, right? I saw them, I thought. Or did I not? Oh, Hasselbeck. That's a Hasselbeck potato. It's essentially you take the potato and you thinly slice it while keeping the base together so that it kind of fans out, and then you shove butter and herbs and salt and pepper and shit in it, and then you bake it. So it's like all of that surface area and all those slices, it kind of spreads and does like a blooming onion thing a little bit, just a little bit, not like that drastic. And it gets like crispy and buttery and sick in every fucking nook and crevice of it. And like every bit of the skin is cooked perfectly. Hasselbecks are fucking phenomenal. Super easy. It's literally just a sharp, thin knife. Is all you really need. Fondant potatoes. Fondant potatoes? The fuck is that? I don't think so. Potato salad, baked potato, croquettes, smashed potatoes. What is that? No, what is that? I've never even heard of that. I know what fondant is. I'm not a fan. Mayo is devil spunk. I agree. It's disgusting. It's vinegar flavored pudding. It's worth the work. It is. They're delicious. But I don't even know how you would do this. You'd have to have a spiralizer. Probably something special. But anyways, so since we're on the topic, Hasselbecks. Like a perfectly made Hasselbeck. I mean, come on. I love crispy potato though. Like crispy, I love crispy too. But like the perfectly made, crispy, buttery, herbed up, salt and peppered fucking potato. On its own is pretty fucking epic. Shit. We might have to drop. Oh, this is getting difficult. It's gonna be fine. The actor, maybe. Slice him up. Dice him. Stick him in a stew. See what happens. It'll be fun. Hold on, I have to grab this link from Crisp. Got it. Wait, wrong tier list. Wait, there we go. Hasselhoff's Hasselbacks. You just climb on top of him, slice him up real quick, stick him in an oven. It's delicious. What is that? Fondant potatoes or Palms fondantes, that's my American for you, is a method of preparing potatoes that involves cutting them into cylinders, browning the ends, and slowly simmering in butter and stock. They look like scallops. What happened to the rest of the potato? Wait, what? Where's the rest of the... The skin's my favorite. It looks really cute and really complicated. Is it fucking delicious? It looks like it's on the level of effort that, like, what is it? Risotto is. Where you're like, wow, this risotto's fucking tasty. Will I ever put in the effort to make risotto for myself ever again? Absolutely not. I am a trash panda. I will eat food out of a garbage can. But, like, if you wanted to do that and feed it to my mouth, I would swallow it. Disgusting, Katie. Disgusting. Raw potato. I mean, obviously. Risotto's fucking delicious. Am I willing to stand at a stove and do this and tinkle dead chicken flavored water into a pan for an hour to eat it? Yeah, I have things to do with my life. I'm not saying you don't. I just have things to do that I could do while eating a chicken nugget. You know what I'm saying? Multitasking. That is just so much goddamn effort. I'm a lazy bitch. Au gratin is absolutely on the tier list, and it was second place in our poll. Do you? I get so bored. Like, when I cook, the type of food I want to cook is food where I'm, like, putting everything into, like, a pot, or I'm doing everything in the morning and then leaving it all day. So I kind of forget about it. But, like, and this is just me. I've just figured this out in my life. If there's something like risotto where you're constantly working on it, and the moment it's done, that is the moment of consumption, I am so fucking sick of smelling it and looking at it and experiencing the texture and the consistency of it for the past hour that I want fuck all to do with it, and I order myself Taco Bell. Like, I'm disgusted with it. I'm so sick of it. It's like if someone was like, steam your face in this stew for an hour and then eat it. So, like, the longer I have to interact with something immediately before I have to eat it, the less likely I want to eat it. And that is fucking weird. I don't like foreplay either. Weird. Anyways. Mashed potatoes. Perfect mash. Okay, this is a rough one, because we were saying, like, we can't take into account, like, toppings and whatnot, because that makes this too complicated. But, like, can we say that it is, in general, very acceptable to have a large amount of butter and or cream and or some sort of looser dairy fat product in that? So I'm going to let you, in your mind, the perfect mashed potato. For me, that's an S tier. I will get down on just I will eat the family's bowl of perfect mashed potatoes. Scary clown, run away. Sir Lynn, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it any swings.
It's a lot of fucking months.
It's a stupidly long time. I appreciate you. Thank you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. I hate when I'm eating eggs and they start tasting like eggs. My brain just goes, the fuck is this texture, dude? All the time. It's the story of my life. Is like, oh wow, okay, and we're just gonna hate this food for the next 6 months. Sick. The perfect mashed potatoes with just butter, S tier, right? Thank you. And like, I don't want my potatoes riced. Like, I don't want my mashed potatoes that smooth to where it's like, do you know what I'm saying? I like them thick. I like skins involved and maybe some chunks of potato. Like country mashed potatoes, if you will. I don't know. How would you like hand mashed? I like that. I don't want it to be like silky. Like if I can like strain it through my teeth, it's soup now. But again, we're just describing our perfect mashed potatoes. That's just mine. But like I was trying to think, Crispy, you might know this. What is the dairy product that's like a white cream that you would get like in a plastic container almost that you would throw into mashed potatoes that would be delicious? Is it creme fraiche? I followed like a Martha Stewart mashed potato. I love mashed potato. I love potatoes. A Martha Stewart mashed potato recipe one time ages ago, and you put like a whole cup of that in the mashed potatoes, and to this day, it's the best mashed potatoes I've ever had in my fucking life. It wasn't sour cream. It was like, I think it was creme fraiche. I think. Because it was a little bit thicker, like higher fat. The ghost child's here. Sour cream and mashed potatoes is good, though. That's absolutely delectable. That is, I mean, absolutely acceptable. But I think it was creme fraiche. I think. Or double cream. No, it wasn't that thick. I think it was creme fraiche. I'll pass on lumpy mashed potatoes with chunks of skin in them. More for me. We'd be the perfect, like we'd never have to share, is what I'm trying to say. It's good to have people in your life who don't like what you like, because I can walk into a room with a bucket of black licorice and nobody asks for any. It's all mine. I love that. I'll share if I must, but the likelihood is low. Anyways, scallop potatoes. I mean, the perfectly made, baked, thinly sliced, cheesy motherfucking potatoes. What kind of cheese do you put in it? I desperately want to know because I'd like to make this. Kona, see, you'd be the one person in the room, and I'd be happy to share with you because we'd both be like, no one likes this. They're all for us. Like, it's the best. Berserker, fuck black licorice. That's most of the world, and I get that, but that's perfect for me because I don't want to share it anyways. It's not like I walk into a room on purpose like, what kind of food will everybody want to put their hand into? I'm going to think to myself like, what's something I love that no one wants to stick their hand into? It's the best. I do not eat creme fraiche, sour cream, cream cheese, buttermilk, milk, cream, none of those. Is it a dairy thing? What do you put in mashed potatoes? Do you eat mashed potatoes? I want to know what you do. Good butter? I mean, I do that too. I probably overdo it on the dairy a little bit. It makes me break out. Kerrygold is so good. I was going to guess Kerrygold because that's what I use, but I didn't want to be that bitch. Tried it in Scandinavia. You will not get any licorice. Are you saying I won't like the salted black licorice that's kind of hard and bad for your teeth? Bitch, I have a jar of salmiakki. That's how much I love that flavor. It's sick. I love like canned fish. I like weird flavors. Not to be weird, just genuinely I always have. I kind of like funky shit. Not shit. I don't eat poop. You know what I'm saying? I like funk a little bit. Textures where I draw the line. Textures, that's why I don't like super smooth mashed potatoes and stuff like that. But flavors in general, I kind of like a little funk. Anyways, potato soup. This is where I don't know what we're talking. Are we talking? It looks like some sort of puree, so I'm thinking like baked potato soup or like a potato leek soup, garlic potato leek soup, something like that. Well, how are we judging potato soup? Because like soup is kind of S tier on its own. Is it just me? I fucking just love soup. I had something super similar, LZT. You might know the difference. When I was in Greece, they just give it away for free, and I don't remember what it was. I think it was called Raki or Reiki or something, but it was black licorice alcohol. And like to the point, I don't like alcohol, so it was like, it burned, it hurt, but every time we got like a hotel room, there'd be this little tiny bottle of it with like saran wrap over the top and a bunch of little shot glasses upside down, and it was very customary that when you got into your room, you poured a shot, and that's how you like But it was black licorice alcohol. I don't know what it was. C tier. I've never had an incredible potato soup. This is why I'm asking. Buttermilk goes in Irish soda bread. I love Irish soda bread. We've been trying the local butter to try to find one that's good to try and not get imported. Oh, 100%. It's nice when you actually live around farms and stuff like that, as long as they aren't, the child breeding type. I love soup, but I'm always ouzo. Was it ouzo? It might have been ouzo. That sounds really familiar, Nana. Is it anise seed? That's what it is. Anise seed. That's the flavor of it. It's very reminiscent of like fennel, that black licorice. I don't know what that is, that black licorice flavor, which I really like, but mixed with alcohol, like, wow, I can just like, it's been like 10 years since I've been there and I can still remember how it burned my sinuses. Potato ham. Oh, potatoes in like clam chowder or something is fucking delicious. Wisconsin and Minnesota are just a few hours away, so we get dairy from them. That's fucking nice. The best dairy, you mean? Potato chowder in a bread bowl, fucking S tier, but that's very New England to me. I would agree with you. Could we include a bread bowl? Is that considered an accoutrement? Like the other ones? I think we're in the middle, because it's like, if we can put it in a bread bowl or something fucking epic, yeah. But I don't know. I'm thinking like the big features are like the ham or the bacon or something in it. It's not really the potato. The potato's kind of the filler. Whereas if we're comparing that, like so we're going to do it this way. If someone offered you this much potato soup or this much cheesy scalloped potatoes, like which one would you enjoy on its own more? Like the tornado potatoes make sense because that's something I can eat on a stick. Thank you. Hydrate. Exactly. It's got potential, but I think the star of the show is usually the meat or something we add to it, or the bread bowl, because I do love a bread bowl. But scalloped potatoes, like, depending on those cheeses and herbs and stuff like that, is its own fucking smoke show right there. It's so hard. Okay, gnocchi. This is a hard one. That's what she said. This is a hard one because we have to think of gnocchi. We can't think of sauce. Like you are offered just a plate of perfectly, probably boiled and then pan fried in some sort of like garlicky, oily salt and pepper mixture, and then served on a plate, probably with toothpicks. Where are we putting those? I think I'm not a fan of cheesy scalloped potatoes because I had so many cold ones in MREs. Okay, 100% understandable. I went through a period of time, Pete, where I hated pizza because it was all I had to eat every single night for like so long because my mom would work far away from home and my dad would get us pizza because a lot of kids and he worked all day. Reasonable, but man, I hated pizza for a very long time. It took me a long time to get to like even want a slice ever again. It was weird. It's the bowl. If we don't allow you to plate it how you want, we have to consider your enjoyment of being handed a bare-knuckled armful of scalloped potatoes. It's the bowl. At that point, it's the bare knuckles. Like, are we wearing gloves? Is it then the latex? Like, where do we draw the fucking line? Do we just, like, tie your hands behind your back and offer you the fucking casserole dish of scalloped potatoes and you have to eat it with your face? Like, I need boundaries. What is happening? You're not wrong, but I'm also very confused. Gnocchi on its own. What do you guys think? I mean, are they just boiled? You're being served a trough of potatoes like the piggy you are. How does the piggy eat? Good job, Randy. Show us how the piggy eats. I love that movie. I'm so sorry. Anyways, gnocchi on its own. Is it just boiled? I mean, how excited are we about just a boiled gnocchi? I'd put it in a B tier because I'd still be more excited depending over, I don't know. Is it with potato chips and hash browns? Because they're kind of basic on their own. When we're speaking about the potato, we are talking like russet Yukon, like the big old yellowy brown potato that's dirty. We're not getting fancy because I know I love me all of these preparations made with a sweet potato, but that is not a potato. We can't go out. We just got weird. We have to think just like the potato. The potato. Yeah, I'm thinking it's C tier too. It just feels dirty to put it there, but if it's plain. What about parsley buttered potatoes? Is that even in here? I mean, maybe. Let's finish the parsley, like just a buttered. Is that basically a Hasselbeck? There's baked potato, which again, we're going to just have to think of on its own, which is disgusting because I fucking love baked potatoes, but I think it's because of all the bacon bits and all the sour cream and all the cheese I put on it and chili sometimes. Oh my God. Can I tell you guys, since just because we're talking about food. When I was in college, one of my go-to meals to make when I got home from school and got home from the gym was I would bake a sweet potato. I think I just stabbed it a few times and I'd put a big old sweet potato / yam in the oven and go take a shower, bake it for whatever, 30 minutes or something like that. And they like caramelize, the skin and everything caramelizes when they bake all the way through and they're really delicious. And then I would split it open and I would put I'm really good at making poached eggs. My family for years and years and years, the tradition was every Christmas morning we had to do eggs Benedict. And my job was to learn how to make poached eggs. So I can make a banging poached egg. So I'd make a couple poached eggs and put that on there. And then like cheese and I think like dill or something, like fresh chopped up dill and then salt and pepper or whatever. I don't know, dude. The egg was runny. So like you cut into the egg and it would go into I might have to make that sometime. Anyways. Pierogies. Pierogies. We're going to have to assume they are potato filled, yeah? Pelmenis. Is that how you say it? I don't know if twice baked is in there, but we might have to just leave that as baked because twice baked, again, is the ingredients you put into it, mash it up, and then put it back in, right? And we couldn't, I don't know how you would how would we universally agree on what goes into it? Because my favorite twice baked potato is a whole bunch of like Indian spices and peas. Which is weird, but it was so good. Poached eggs are so good. It's honestly my favorite way to eat an egg, too, because I can guarantee you all the white is cooked. And that is literally my, number one way to get me to not eat an egg is if any part of the white part of the egg is uncooked and, see-through in any way or poached egg, though, man, you get, seriously, it's so easy, but, get a pan, fill full of water, get it to a simmer, splash some vinegar, some apple cider vinegar or just a little white wine vinegar, just a little tiny bit into the water, and then make a spiral, and then softly crack the egg in there, and it'll follow the spiral, and you get this really, really cool rosette pattern of the whites, but the vinegar helps it stay together, and it cooks all the way through because you've got hot water on all sides of the egg, and then the yolk stays a little bit. Oh, it's so good. Anyways, I haven't made it in years. I should do this. I don't eat enough. Pierogies. So we're assuming they're filled with potato. Where do we put, and this looks pan-fried, which was probably boiled and then pan-fried. Pan-fried potato pierogi, which I think is called that other word I said. Where's that going? Because I'm honestly, I think again, this is, what I'm learning is I like dip. I'm a sauce whore. I like dip. Because give me some of them pierogies, but some sour cream that was whipped up with fresh chopped up dill and salt and pepper or something like that. Dip them in that? Fucking yes. But without dip, I'm thinking A tier. I'm still fucking excited. I'm way more excited over the pierogi than I am hash browns, home fries, potato soup, hash browns, potatoes, chips, crinkle cut chips, or gnocchi. I'm still more excited. Are we more excited about pierogies than those things? Because I am. I get down on those kind of pierogies the same way I would those tornado potatoes. That sounds like a street food almost, something you would eat on the go. Basted? What does that mean? Scotch eggs are so fucking good. Scotch eggs are so fucking good. The only time I've ever had them is at Ren Fair, and they are so fucking good. Yep, Ren Fairs, Renfest, Ren Fair, whatever. Scotch eggs are delicious. No, they are. That's Shiwich, and that's what it looks like in the picture, so I'm going by the picture. They look like they've been pan-fried. They look crispy, and I'm very much into that. I think I agree with the A tier. I think that's where they belong. Okay, this is where I don't know. Potato mochi. Isn't mochi rice? I am not excited about mochi on its own. It's okay, but the texture's a little gunky gooky for me. It's a little, it like stretches like cheese, but it's not cheese. I don't know how to say that. It's a little gross. Homemade food always tastes better. I know. It always does. I mean, just like the preparation and smelling the food as it's being cooked, it's kind of like a meal foreplay if you think for your like senses. The chewiness, yep, it's that. Like when I bite it and it doesn't, same, it doesn't like, the stretch, thank you. It doesn't, no matter how much you cook it, I'm not into it. I would C-tier this. I just don't, the texture is gross to me. Yeah, it's like a potato mochi. There's no rice in it at all. I was wondering, because potato I think has the same like gluten reaction. I know this has happened with mashed potatoes. Like if you over mash potatoes, they'll start to get kind of gunky. And I think there's like a same gluten reaction that you can get out of that. But I don't know if that's just a handheld little fried potato, then I might eat it, but I don't like seaweed that much. Potatoes, all things potato. We've been tiering potatoes. Oh my god, the next one is smashed potatoes, which are fucking phenomenal. What do they call them? Papas? I think is just like the name for them. I can't remember where they come from. But you basically like boil potatoes and then you smash them and then you sprinkle spices on them and then you put them in like oil and butter and then you put them, or oil or butter I should say, and then you put them in the oven and you bake them. So like all the exposed bits get crispy. Oh my god, they're really fucking good. Fuck. Potato mochi's like a big tater tot, but with sauce. I mean, one big tater tot I might throw in a B tier. I'm still not like thrilled. Like, I kind of feel, and call me out on here, chefs and whatnot in chat, but is not sometimes, what I'm realizing is like what we enjoy is the surface area exposure to the oil and the cooking more than just like huge hunks of like not oily, not fried potatoes. So like for instance, like I like tater tots because it's like many little crispy, delicious, crispy soft. Whereas like one tater tot is like a whole bunch of soft and like less crispy. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, have we been live for over 2 hours? Oh my god, no. Let's take a break. We still have some tier work to do, but we should because a fucking ad is gonna run. Holy shit, that fucking link. Good morning. What's your favorite potato product?
French fries.
French fries, but like what kind?
McDonald's.
Shoestring. Do you want to know what my least favorite is? Mine. Shoestring. That was funny. Anyways, break. Stretch your legs. Load a bowl. Do what you need to do. Get a beverage. I have to pee so bad anyways. And we'll continue this. I will BR to the motherfucking B. Think about the tiering. Think about it. Whoops. Smashed potatoes. On their own, though. Crispy, literally, which is so appropriate considering the conversation, Crispy has confirmed there's a definite surface area issue with fried things. Let me turn the music down. Hold on. There's a surface issue with fried things. The less surface area, the less crunch. And so now that I keep thinking about that, I keep thinking, like, I love smashed potatoes because they're crispy and delicious, but, like, I want sauce. I'm a slut. I'm a sauce slut. And, like, with those, I'm thinking, like, an aioli or, like, some sort of dill sauce. I don't know why. Like, a dill sour cream situation. Fuck. What up, DJ? How are you? We're doing the most difficult task of the year. We're trying to judge potatoes. Same, Berserker. I'm such a sauce slut. Like, most of these things, I'm like, oh, yeah, with something. Like, these are genuinely the only things I'm excited to eat without a sauce. I'm still excited to eat these, but mostly just because I'm more excited. I'm more excited to eat these than I am these things. I'm still not that excited to eat these without some sort of dip. Croquettes, however, explain to me what's in them like I'm 5. Like, explain it like you're trying to get a child to eat one. Not that I'm a child, but I don't know if I've eaten one. I've had something like that was at a dive bar, but it was macaroni and cheese on the inside. Tatty scones, is that these ones? That's, I think, what oh, sorry, you can't see my mouse. I think this is the one David was saying. The latkes looks like tatty scones, right? Or are they down here? I think it's this one, right? Which I think are fucking phenomenal, but that could be nostalgia. It is a hell of a drug. Right, a nice, and that's like, what's the spice, gentlemen? Like, what do you put on it? Isn't it like paprika and maybe some chili powder, maybe some cayenne, some salt, some pepper, butter? Man, I think I might put that at A tier. I think you're right, because those are like almost a hand food. At that, like, with the good, and that's not a dip. That's just like how they're cooked. This one? Get some tater tots, thaw them, then mash them with a waffle iron. Oh. Yeah, that sounds great. I want that. Mashed potato deep fried so it's crunchy on the outside and some herbs inside. S tier, no joke. That's basically what that is. So we're going, I would agree. I just don't want to dominate this, but like, that's what they are. They're boiled first, so they're nice and soft, and then you smash them. And then you like put oil or butter on them and then all the spices and whatever. And then you bake them or fry them. And so they're like crispy little discs of just fucking sex. Potato sex. Yum. I love potatoes. A day of like talking about potatoes and then playing Alan Wake. Can you get better than this? I don't know. Sex potatoes. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, that's basically what we're looking at here too. Potato wedges, same thing. It's a boiled potato that's then wedged and then deep fried. So it's like perfectly soft on the outside, super crispy on the outside, and then tossed in whatever the spice blend is. Same here. Mashed potatoes. I mean, it's the butter. Scallop potatoes. They're made with the cheese and the butter and the cream and all that. Like, that's part of it. Smashed potatoes. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Croquettes, however, I don't like. Help me with the croquettes. Like, what is it? What's in it? Square sausage? Wait, is that like Scrapple? Are you trying to Scrapple switch me? Is it like sausage in a loaf that kind of tastes like grass? Oh my god. Dude, don't even. My stomach's, I had to get a Monster because my stomach's like, we need flavor in our body. This is too much. Imagine if I could, I'd be in potato heaven. That would be potato heaven. 100%. That's an adorable fucking potato. Look at that little love potato. Jesus. But croquettes, I don't know. So I'm gonna skip that for now. So this is odd though. It gives us potato salad and then warm potato salad. But the way, just I'm going off the picture for those just listening. So potato salad looks like your very American mayonnaise-based, drenched, white, creamy shit. I'm sorry, not my favorite. Versus the warm potato salad looks more like a German potato salad, like the vinegar herby type one, which I very much dig. I would eat both cold because I don't want to get diseases. But I think based on the pictures, so I'm going to call it American potato salad versus everybody else. Because I don't know the difference. I ran an ad. You shouldn't get a pre-roll. No! I just ran an ad. I won't do anything fun. For 3 minutes. Fuck that shit. I don't even have a cough drop to unwrap for y'all to entertain you. I shall perform the lip balming. I don't know when the 3 minutes is up. I just gotta wait for Slurmy to say hi. Ooh. Mark, was there a video associated, or was there no, if there was no video and we listened to them on Spotify, I have the Spotify link I can give you. I saved them all in a list. As unentertaining as possible. Someone's gonna get off on this no matter what I do. Is it still interesting? Let me see. Man, we watched so many videos. I don't think I can. I was going to say, I wonder if I can link you my YouTube history, but I watch so much YouTube on my own that would be drowning. I mean, you could flop through the VOD. It'll be muted, but if you recognize the music video. That's a toughie. And it wasn't in the YouTube playlist? I'm pissed because that means I didn't like it and add it, and I don't know why I didn't do that. Fuck, and of course it's 2 songs you were looking for. Hold on. Let's look. So, Slurmy, all you missed out on is we've been trying to desperately tier delicious potato products. I don't know what to do with croquettes. I'm going to put them in B tier because they look creamy and delicious and wonderful, and I don't know what to do with that. American potato salad versus, like, German vinegary potato salad. I hate it. I'm okay with it. Anybody here, like... Yes, LZT, I do. Of course. Are you even in America? I'm so sorry. Cheers. Are they? Okay, I trust you. I've never had them. That's why I was asking. They look like something you just don't need a sauce for. You eat on its own. It's creamy. It's delicious. Whatever the fuck's inside is potato and something. They look phenomenal. Dude, Hasselbeck also Slurmy. Look at these. This is a mystery that I want to figure out how to make. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but it looks like a Hasselbeck on crack. It's like a Hasselbeck potato, but they've strung it out on a stick. So then, like, every fucking bit of the potato is getting fried. An explosion of deliciousness every time you break into them. Okay, I believe you. Yeah. Otherwise, if the video didn't make the list, describe it here, and maybe whoever is responsible might remember it. Exactly. I try to add everything to the list. It's on me if it's not on there. But I do. I mean, you guys, I seriously sit there and I try. Sometimes by the end of the day, I'm worse at it. Because I'm stoned as fuck. It looks like you... Oh my god. I was literally thinking like some sort of spiralizer hand crank machine, like something you see at the fair, but a drill makes so much sense. Nerd Ducky, my love! Welcome, Raiders! It's wonderful to see all of you. Welcome to my channel, welcome to my stream. Welcome to the potato tier list, which is like, honestly, the most important and stressful thing we've done this whole year. Welcome. Feel free to judge. We're stuck on potato salads, because I don't see anyone... Wait, I like the warm potato salad I have. It's under the Texas barbecue. That's why I put it higher. I've had it too, and if I have to have potato salad, I'm into this one. The one that they're calling warm potato salad, which just sounds fucking horrible. But that one, I just... Potatoes are a perfect food, right? Okay, for Ducky and everyone involved, I highly suggest you stand up, stretch, get some water, and walk the fuck away, even though I'd love for you to stay. That being said, I have one request. What is your favorite potato product? Go. And then go. Cheers. Thank you for those biddies, you generous bitch. Thank you, and I appreciate you. I don't think you are. I think I've just cultivated a culture of mayonnaise hate. Is that even a thing? Cultivated a culture of mayonnaise hate. You know what I'm saying. That's on me. The majority of the world likes mayonnaise. And to be honest, and I'm not disillusioned to this, the vast majority, if not almost every single dipping sauce that I am a slut for is probably mayonnaise based. I just don't want to know it. Because when it's white and gelatiny, I hate it. But like, aioli, for instance, the one thing I keep talking about, is fucking great. And I think it's mayonnaise and garlic and butter or something. It's fucking phenomenal. It's just like when it's just white and creamy, it's a I don't know, it's probably in my head. Not a cult. Asterisk. Coven. See, Dozy loves mayo. There's a lot of, I have mayo in my home. Zach likes mayo. I think the majority of people love mayonnaise. It's me. We can move that higher. If anyone's out there that's like insulted by my potato salad placing, this is not just for me. This is a community tier. Like, I just put it there because that's me personally. But like, if this is a love, I respect it. Like, honestly, I could do that because, like, a well-made potato salad, what they're calling the warm potato salad or whatever, the one that's not mayonnaise-based, on its own is fucking delicious. So, honestly, what it is it is the utilization of mayonnaise. The vast majority of the time, if it's not being, what up, time? If it's not being used as a sauce base, it's being used to make a sandwich wet, and texturally speaking, I fucking hate wet bread. My brain says raw and says I'm gonna get sick, and it just is instantaneous, like, I can't eat that anymore. I'm a dry sandwich bitch. Maybe, like, an oil, like, and some salt and pepper, and, like, a vinegar, like, barely a sniff. But it's the utilization of it to make things more squishy, more wet. It's the texture of it. I make everything.
I don't know how to make anything wet.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm saying, like, all of these sauces I love are probably all mayonnaise based, and I love them. But it's because I'm kind of controlling that. None of the things I'm dipping in that sauce are just sitting in it and getting wet and soggy and gross, and like, it's like an immediate delivery system. I don't know. It's probably all in my head. It definitely is. Because I couldn't even tell you, like, I probably wouldn't even know the difference between mayonnaise and Miracle Whip and whatever. All the different mayonnaise. I wouldn't even know. It's just the wet that I don't want any part of that. Right, mate? Most people do not want a dry sandwich. That's what I'm saying. I know I'm in the minority here. It's all a textural thing. And it's like, literally, I hate saying it because it's such a fucking, like, first world problem shit. Dozy, thank you so much for sending the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings. I fucking appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexy than pure sober consent. Once or twice, I've been fed like a burger or a sandwich that had been just sitting in its own juices or whatever for so long, the bread actually was just disintegrating and was so wet and just like raw in your mouth, but was forced to eat it. So I was just like gagging down this fucking textural monstrosity horror. And I was fed once or twice a calzone that literally was raw dough on the inside. But my dumb ass like ate a couple bites thinking like, oh, that stretches the mozzarella, until I realized the grits of salt in the raw dough in my mouth and that like bubbly texture of the yeast that had been expanding the dough inside because it was uncooked. That has just, my brain is now like, no. It's done. It's like food trauma that it like just so visceral in my mouth. Just, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So now it's just something I veer away from because I'm like, you might do that to me. I have not had a calzone in like 20 years because of that exact thing. I just don't touch them now because I'm like, you might be raw. I don't trust you. It did, 100%. I hate them. Yes. I haven't had one in ages, and I won't, because I just don't trust them now. I don't trust you. You're going to feed it to me raw. Making a sandwich just wet just made me feel real gross. Dude, most people want a wet sandwich. That's why all those sauces go on sandwiches. But, like, for instance, I myself have never been able to enjoy, like, a chicken parm or a meatball sub unless I make it myself. And I very specifically, I mean, seriously, if you have textural issues, this might work for you. So get your hoagie or whatever your roll, split it in half, and then all the inches of bread that the meatballs and the sauce are going to touch, put a slice of cheese, like provolone, broil that shit, and then put your sauce and your meatballs on, or your chicken parm or whatever, and then close that shit up, and then give it another few minutes in the oven, and the cheese creates, like, a fatty protective layer on the bread, so none of that sauce penetrates, and it's just, like, the most delicious, wonderful experience. It's great. It's like garlic bread and meatballs and sauce all in one bite. It's the perfect bite. But the moment it's in the bread, I'll pick it off. It's fucking, I know it's weird. What just went off? Oh, Sins, thank you so much for that follow and exit here. Thank you for those follows. I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Gonna have to make brunch yourself to undo the trauma? Probably. Using mayo instead of butter for grilled cheese. Oh, that's awesome. That's an excellent example of a utilization of mayo that I am fully on board for. My whole life, I was eating, actually, grilled cheese that were mayo on the outside of the bread to fry it instead of butter. Because my mom thought butter was the devil or something. All we had was, like, fake butter. That shit is delicious. It doesn't, there's no mayo there, though. Like, you cook it enough, there's no wet. I only have mayo on my cheeseburgers. Now skip the mustard and ketchup. I love mustard. Mustard, I'm a big fan of. Calzones are my favorite way to eat a pizza. I mean, if you really want to get technical about it, I still participate in the calzone way of life, in that my favorite way to eat a pizza is to go to New York City, get an actual slice from, like, Ray's, which we were just talking about last night, so of course I'm going to be fascinated and obsessed with it. But basically, it's so big that you fold it in half. That is the appropriate way to eat your pizza. Calzone. Is that not a calzone? Give it some red chili flakes and some parm and you go... Technically. Less bread. Less bones to deal with. Meatballs are a very inefficient meat shape for sandwiches. 100%. I really want to get down on some chicken parm sometimes, and it's going to be wet. The balls are always way too big. It makes no sense. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't just do 2 meatballs and cut them in half, so then at least they fit the sandwich and you're getting meatball ratio, bread, sauce, cheese. Right? Am I totally... But, like, I think it's a visual thing. Or make the meatballs a lot smaller. I don't know. But I think it's visual. It's like the commercials show, like, gigantic meatballs and bread, and people are like, balls, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Right? I love mustard. All mustards. All the, like, stone ground mustards, sweeter mustards, honey mustards, all of them. Mustards are just the shit. I fucking love mustard. Like, I will get down on it. Like, if you make me a sauce with mustard in it, I'm like, oh, yeah. Fuck that. Love that shit so much. Hot mustard, hot English mustard is the best mustard. You know you've used enough when you feel the stabbing pain in your sinuses. I love that feeling. I feel the same way about wasabi. Like, I like that, like, clearing, burning, because as you can hear probably, I sound like this all the time. So sometimes I want to get some spice up there and breathe. It's great. Breathing is underrated. Take a big sniff and realize some of us can't do it right now. You're welcome. I hate the opaque, weird, yellow, smooth, slightly sweet mustard you buy from bottles or hot dog stands. It reminds me of those horse piss. Because one time as a kid, I watched a horse pee and it looked like mustard and that grossed the hell. Oh my God, I understand. I understand those traumas. Like, that shit sticks for some reason and there's no one there to be like, no. I mean, it's not a problem if you just let me cut the balls in half. Faja, why mustard horse piss? Not again. Not the Faja. Honey on a sandwich? Oh, I love honey. I mean, have you ever had a honey peanut butter sandwich? Something honey does on bread, like if you just have a slice of bread and do a drizzle of honey on it, it like crystallizes and makes the bread kind of crunchy where the honey touched. It's magical and I don't understand it and I couldn't explain it to you, but smack that together with some fucking peanut butter. Ooh! And before you ask, we are a smooth peanut butter household. That being said, I prefer crunchy. We're just smooth because we give it to the dogs sometimes, and crunchy peanut butter is a likelihood of choking, so you shouldn't give crunchy peanut butter to a dog. They don't understand, and they'll just, like, swallow those chunks, and then they choke on it, and it gets stuck in their trachea, and then they can aspirate and stuff like that. So, like, if you're going to use peanut butter for dog treats and whatnot, get smooth. Anyways, plain-ass baked potato with nothing on it. What do we do? Smooth is just the best. It's delicious. You know what I tried recently in my life was peanut butter and marshmallow fluff. How have I lived my whole life without peanut butter fluff? I mean, peanut butter fluff, marshmallow fluff. I don't understand it. I'd like to, though. Is that what it's called, a fluffernutter? It's fucking amazing. so good, so deliciously smooth and satisfying. And what? Like, I just had one for the first time last year. Oof. Talking about time right now gives me heart palpitations. It isn't called peanut spread, it's called peanut butter. What would peanut spread be? What? Wait. If any harm comes to any dog in my vicinity, I'd go all John Wick on him. Same. You know what I always say? Because John Wick's really, really hard for me to watch. When people give me a hard time, they're like, Katie, it's just Hollywood. It's just a movie. I'm like, you know what? John Wick would not watch this movie. I just am John Wick for dogs. I'm sorry. I have issues. I love animals so much. And no one has an argument. They're like, no, you're right. I'm like, yeah, I know I am. You want to snuggle? Hi, baby girl. How's your day been today? Has it been exciting? What's your opinion on a plain-ass baked potato? I don't feel excited about it. Speaking of... Sir, that is not ladylike what you're doing. Thank you. That's a good boy. Speaking of doggos, these are mine. Did you hear peanut butter and get excited? I know. You already had your treat, though. You had a tendon. You had a turkey tendon, ma'am. Muppet hands. She pets herself if I don't do it. She's like showing me how. Just poodles. Standards. They're actually from the same litter, which is crazy. They're brother and sister. That's my boy. And this is Lil. This is Trick. And this is Lilith. And they're my sweet babies. There, now you can see his little pom-pom. They're my sweet children. You're just the sweetest, aren't you, Bubba? You're the sweetest. Your sister's just an attention whore. It's fine. But yeah, same litter. They look so different. It's crazy, but they're so similar in the same aspects. See, Let me do it. Let me do it. Better? Our ears itched. Please excuse. It is. We have our demon and our void. The devourer of children. And the devourer of everything. Love. Love and attention. Yeah. That's my good boy. Was that a good ear itch? Was that good enough? Are you satisfied? Miss Ma'am. And now she's gonna hump him because she's the dominant. Please. Must we? This is a Christian Minecraft server. I'm gonna need you to calm down. Come here, Bubba. Was your sister being kind of a bitch? Is she gonna... Yep, there she goes. Just don't look. It's fine. Please, can we just... Shoot. It's weird what you're doing. Alright. Dogs. Well, welcome to my home. Where the bitches hump for dominance and the boys could care less. Did you just get stuck on my controller? Thank you. I appreciate you. You're all tangled. What have you done? You did this. Ma'am. Hide your eyes. Hide your children. My poor sweet boy. He's like, I'm just coming to hang out. I didn't know. It is so dark in here, you really can't see him. I want to turn my light up so they can see you, bud. Can I reach for it? Maybe. I'm going to squish your head. I don't want to do that. There. Now they can see a little bit of you. You're just so handsome. You're just my void and you blend in while you eat all the light. Which is fine. We're okay with that. But I want to show off how fucking cute you are. This is why nobody likes possums. Now she's just pouting under my desk. Sir? Are we better now? Okay. He biting! This is why nobody likes possums. You're so cute. I know. You know it. I know it. You're the most handsomest of boys. Go have fun. I love you, LZT. It's always a treat to get to see you, Honeybean. I know you're busy as fuck with life and all that. Treat yourself good. Don't forget. We get like pretty we get like boring, I guess. We don't get any fancy cuts or anything. I just shave them down because my dogs are like indoor outdoor dogs. They spend a lot of time in the mud, so the easier it is for me to bathe them and keep their fur from matting, the better. So sometimes, like in the summertime, they'll have little poofs when it's like less wet outside, so it's less likely to get matted. Well, they'll have like poofs, or their ears will be a little poofier. They're like he's got a little poof on his tail, whereas she doesn't have that right now. But I don't care. I got them because of their cool personality. You're cute no matter what. But when their hair grows out, they look bushy as fuck. It's hilarious. He has the most beautiful, like, perfect spiral curls that are like, now they're getting salt and pepper because my boy is turning 5 this year, which is crazy. But he has the perfect spiral curls, whereas Lil feels like feathers. Her fur is just so soft. It's like, not like feathers. It's like those, like Angora, whatever, rabbit. It's just like, downy. It's weird. Just the different hair follicles because of the different colors. They're so soft. You're such a soft bubba. Your tail looks really weird and sad, though. Literally, yes. I call it his Jerry curl. He has the perfect on his ears as well. He gets the perfect Jerry curl. It's so beautiful. I'm so envious of his curls. They're stunning. Stunning. You're very handsome. You're just shaved down right now. And on top of it, he's just sweet as fuck. So, you know. What do you think about a baked potato? You'd eat any of these things. I think a regular ass baked potato goes down there. However, a twice baked potato. How do you make like a very basic twice baked potato? What up, sick? How are you, love? Oh, did you want to get up closer because your sister's being a bitch? I see you, Bill. I love you too. But your brother gets love too. This by time. Hi, Bubba. Yes, Bill. Bill. You're so jealous all the time. It's weird. Ma'am. Go piss each other off. Twice baked with butter, salt, and pepper is pretty basic. That's what I would think. That being said, the one they're showing looks like it's topped with cheddar bacon bits and chives. Would we agree that's like the way you prepare a twice baked? Because if it's topped with cheese, bacon, and chives, man, that's A tier at least. Because that's basically like mashed potato shoved back in its corpse, in its lifeless corpse, and then thrown in the incinerator to get crispy. You know what I'm saying? Yum. Are you feeling very neglected? What's going on here? What's happening? Are you good? I don't understand. Speak. Tell me. Tell me how you feel, baby girl. She's look how serious the HR department is so serious right now. I'm so sorry. We have to take a meeting. I know, I'm sorry. I have to let them know though. I know that's not professional to like just cut you off like that, but there are other people involved right now. You realize that you are asking for a meeting in the middle of something I do every day. You don't give a shit. Yeah, I know. That was pretty apparent. So anyways, what is this about? Oh, you think I should stream from that bed back there? From the chair? Oh, from the chair, not the bed. From the chair because then brother can't sit with us. Then only you fit. Only me and you fit. Oh, and you want me to lock him outside forever? That's weird. No, this isn't really, I don't think this is pertinent. I don't think this is like something we should be talking about like now, let alone in front of other people. And he's right there. Like he's genuinely sitting right there. He can hear everything you're saying. You don't think that's hurtful? Are you better if I just like pet your hand like this over and over again? Are you just having kind of like a minute? You know what having like an emotionally insecure dog is like? It's kind of like taking care of someone who's coming down off of drugs. Like, they're kind of just like, can you just hold my hand? Okay, stop holding my hand. Why are you touching me? Okay, I'm going to rub my face on you. I'm going to roll on the ground. I'm going to make some weird noises. Can you keep touching my hand? Touch my face, just like this. Touch my face like this. Touch my face like this. I need to touch your face. Can I touch your face? I'm going to lick your arm until it's raw. Similar. She doesn't speak English, but her body language says 1,000 words, right? Look at those eyes. She is fucking sick of my shit. I'm going to keep doing this, but I'm going to pet your arm while we do it, okay? So we have roasted potato. What does that mean? Is that like cut up and rolled in oil and salt and pepper and then just like baked or roasted, I guess? Wait, by which part? By just like, oh. Oh my God. I don't know if I got to tell that story, but one of my friends, not a bad trip or anything, but was allegedly, hypothetically, maybe on some substances at Loveburn and came to my tent and unzipped it. And she was like, can I get in there with you? And I was like, yes, of course. And she comes in and it was just like, I don't even know how long it took. But it was a whole lot of like, can I play with your hands? Yes, perfect. Hands. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to touch your face. Okay, I'm going to touch your arm. Okay, I'm going to shake you. Okay, hands. Okay. This is great. Roasted in duck fat. I mean, is that how we make them? Because I'm down for that. See, she's still like, if I put my arm out, she's like, hand. Okay. And it'll be too much hand in a minute, hopefully. I disagree with gnocchi and baked potato. Okay, so it's not like a disrespect. Like, it's so, I've already prayed to the patat gods. Like, I love all potatoes in any form ever. It's basically like, how excited are we to eat it without anything? Like, you cannot think of it with sauce or an accoutrement other than what's in the picture or what's part of the classic traditional preparation of the food on its own. So, for instance, like, just a boiled gnocchi served to you on a platter. No sauce, like, the classic preparation of gnocchi, right, is just like boiled, but then you would put it in a sauce. They're just showing boiled gnocchi, like just a baked potato without anything on it. I'm not that excited about it. And we can't add things to like the classic preparation. However, twice baked potato, classic preparation, you scoop it all out, mix it, like stir up the potato, mash it with like butter and maybe some chives or whatever and bacon bits and cheese. And then you put it back in its dead desiccated carps and you put it back in the oven. That is the classic preparation. So like if you were like, it's my favorite thing ever dipped in ketchup, then we have to remove the ketchup and think about it like that. Which has made this so much harder. So it's like excitement, like essentially like how excited are you to eat cheesy scallop potatoes over just a baked potato? Like a potato straight out of the oven that has been baked. I know, and that's the thing. It's like there's not one classic, like if we were looking at pasta styles and it was like spaghetti noodles, I think we could all agree that it is being prepared with spaghetti sauce, like some sort of bolognese, right? Bolognese, I choked on that. Bolognese, something like that. Whereas this, it's like a baked potato, like everybody makes it different, but twice baked potato. That being said, over most foods in the world, I would eat any of these. So like potato chips, we couldn't think of it because of the dips we like. It was just like, if you're offered just some Lay's potato chips, like the most basic ass potato chip, over croquettes or mashed potatoes or scallop, like what is good in its base form? And what I have discovered personally, and a few others have discovered this with me, I think, and in solidarity, we can't admit we are sauce sluts. Like there are so many potato products out there that are quite literally just like they are created to be the vessel of the sauce I wish. Like gnocchi is fucking one of my favorite foods in the entire world. put in a soup or put on with some sort of cream sauce or something like that. Anything, it's great. But just like boiled potato gnocchi, it's served in a bowl and it's kind of wet. I don't know if I'd be excited about that. Sauce sluts. And I'm not afraid to admit it. But that's what I'm discovering here. There are a few things in this world that I don't want to dip. Like all of these things in the A tier, aside from the potato salad and the twice baked, I want to dip in things, but I'm still excited if I can't. Potato wedges, I'm excited no matter what. Croquettes sound delicious. Smashed potatoes, yes. Scalloped cheesy potatoes, like cheesy potatoes in any form, yes. Mashed potatoes. And another rule that I think this kind of goes without saying, but also we are assuming the most perfect preparation. So it's the most, in your mind, the most perfect mashed potatoes. So if that's butter and cream or whatever. Does that make sense? I grew up in an area of the world that I found moving away that is not common, where JoJo's, if you've ever heard of JoJo's, and it's essentially like they boil the potato first, and then they slice it into wedges, and then they deep fry it, and then they put a bunch of spices and whatever. They like roll them in spices, like some sort of salted seasoning or whatever, and then they set them under hot lamps at gas stations, and you can go and buy them by the pound. And I would eat like a half a pound to myself because they're just so perfectly spiced and so like crispy on the outside, but soft and fully cooked on the inside and fluffy. So when I think of wedges, that's my perfect preparation of said potato product. Sorry if I got a little weird about it. I've never seen them nowhere else in the world other than in Maryland at Rofo, Royal Farms Chicken. They have them, but they call them potato wedges. But they are exactly the same. They're the same soft, crispy, delicious, well-spiced, just like perfect potato wedge creatures. I hope it's not the same thing. Mashed potatoes fried in a pan. They had latkes, which I think we kind of said universally is like potato pancake. Roasted potatoes. I mean, I love roasted vegetables and roasted potatoes. What do you guys? I mean, on their own, they're roasted in butter or like duck fat, as I've learned, or something. Does Montana have JoJo's? Fuck yes. They fossilize under that heat lamp, and then what's the trick is, and this is sick, what the trick is, because they fossilize under that heat lamp and they dry out, they give them to you in like a plastic baggie. You gotta twist that shit shut and let them steam themselves in the passenger's side seat for like 10 minutes while you find your keys and dig them out and light a smoke and get the window down. And by the time all of that is ready, those potatoes are now perfectly rehydrated and fucking excellent. I might have just had a fucking visceral flashback. It's fine. I haven't had them in years. Damn, I miss them. French fries. And I think we're talking like French fry, because there's French fries, curly fries, waffle fries, steak cut, and smiley. So we have different for all of the different fried potatoes. Where do we stand on just your shoestring French fry, like the McDonald's French fry? I think Burger King does the same. Shoestring, right? Is that what they're called? That's probably my least favorite because it's just like not a lot of potato to crunch. It's not the perfect potato to crunch. Oh my God, Wendy's fries though. I just had those very recently in my life. I think Zeke had like a weird craving for Wendy's, so we got Wendy's, and I hadn't had it since college. Wendy's fries are kind of phenomenal. Like, I was actually blown away. I don't know why they're different or what's going on there, but Wendy's fries were delicious. And another one I tried recently in the last couple months, Sonic's French fries are fucking delicious. What is that? Sonic, what are you doing? I've had Sonic probably twice in my whole life, but oh my God. Those fries are fucking good. Cheers. McDonald's fries are okay. They're just salt. They're a salt delivery system. If I need salt, I'll get some. Breakfast wedges, shut your faces. Vissy, cheers, my love. Well, you have to dip them in a Frosty. Dude, Antler, oh my God. There was, like a hipstery bar / they also served breakfast and brunch on the weekends place in Baltimore. I can't even remember what it was called. It might not even be open anymore. but they had in-house tater tots that you could get topped with whatever you wanted. If you wanted them topped with something like a green chili or like bacon bits and parmesan or whatever. And so they were open at night times and they had like a pub bar and they had music playing and whatnot. And during the day, all the tables turned into little brunch tables and whatever. But oh my God, just getting baskets of those house-made, there's a fuzz on my face. I'm going crazy. House-made tater tots. And they were so good. They were like, you could tell they were like perfectly crispy on the outside. So they didn't even get soft. It's not like you had to eat them fast. Like they stayed crispy on the outside, but they were nice and creamy on the inside and like soft. Oh my God, they were so good. But exactly what you're saying. Like one of those hipster places where everything is house made. Like they had house made peanut butter and they had weird kind of breakfast items and stuff. But oh my God, everything you could get with tots. It was one of those places that like restored my faith in humanity because I genuinely think tots should be available in more places in this world. I don't know why they're considered child's food. Tots are delicious. If you can make a good tot, I'm impressed. I'm stoked. I'm fucking thrilled. Anyways, French fries. People who like, I don't know. I guess we can just tier these. So we've got French fries, curly fries, waffle fries, steak cut fries, smiley fries. I can tell you right now, I have never had a smiley fry that got my attention and was like, wow, that's the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. They're kind of mushy, a little sad. Even when you cook them more, they just get like hard and hollow. I don't know what's happening there. I think it's just desiccated, I think it's like instant mashed potato you add water to and make a smiley face out of, and then like, maybe they're better fried. I don't fry things at home because danger and scary and oil. Hubby and I were at the Hampton Beach in New Hampshire one year and popped into this little diva place for food. Good, legit. Dude, legit went to grab a whole potato and fresh fries from it. Yes, please. That's one of the best things about going to the fair. I know it's like part of the spectacle of it, and you pay too much for like some spiralized, crazy looking, huge plate of curly fries, but I'm here for that. You let me, I will pay in a couple bucks extra to watch that potato get fucking slayed into the oil and then watch you cover it in delicious things and give it to me on a giant plate that looks ridiculous. And I have to eat it with a fork? Yes, fucking please. I will. I'll eat like an eighth of it and then beg other people to eat it, but I'm going to do my best. And I don't feel like I deserve to be judged for that. The Vortex is at a restaurant. Atlanta's huge. I've been there a couple times and I've barely seen literally any of it. A place in Atlanta has fresh cut tater tots with honey mustard side. Yum. Frying it stuff at home means aerosolizing oils to float around and coat your cabinet stuff. Yeah. And I hate that. And the smell stays. Ugh. One of the few kitchen items I brought home from Mom's was a mini deep fryer, and so far I've only used it for pizza rolls and onion rings. Deep fried pizza rolls. Tell me more. Not that I'm gonna do it. Yeah? Because that sounds like yum. I do love a pizza roll. Curly fries are great. Curly fries would be my favorite, probably. Curly fries or waffle fries out of all of these, if they're done perfectly, which we're assuming. I'd put curly fries up here. I'd put waffle fries here. I want to put all the fries up here. This is terrible because I like fries a lot. What do you guys think? What do you think of that? This is so hard. I love all these things. I love all of these things. Like C tier is seriously still, I'm stoked. Curly fries have a tendency to be so dry. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because they pre-cook them wrong or something, but more often than not, when I get curly fries anywhere, they're either like crispy, crunchy, sad, just super overcooked, or they're like limp and oily and like stuck together and wet and definitely not cooked. It's so rare. Literally the fair, where it's like a raw potato is fucking spiralized into the oil. That's the last time, and I haven't been to a fair in years, but that's the last time I remember getting like good fucking curly fries. Which is sad. I love potatoes beyond reason. I would eat all of this over most other things in the world. Crispy crunchy, exactly. Crispy crunchy, like that is the best potato. One of the, yeah, yes. Deep fried everything is the only thing I look. I took with me when we moved out of okay. Oh yeah. I mean, there's something to be said about deep frying. It really does make things fucking delicious. I was trying to think. I had some sort of was it? Oh no, it's deep fried raviolis. Raviolis. Oh my god. Raviolis. Yeah. I want to say they're like they're not breaded, but they're like parmesan crusted and then fried. Oh my god, they're so good. Oh, I'd eat those over mozzarella, and then you can dip them in like Alfredo or like. Usually they give you like a little thing of Alfredo and a little thing of marinara or something, like some dipping sauces for them. But you can get them full of cheese, ricotta, or full of meats and stuff. And oh my god, that's one of the best things I've ever had is a good deep fried ravioli. Oh my fucking god, it's so good, and it's good little hand food, and it's just like. Everything here is tacos. Like, it's very much like people open a restaurant and they're like, we want to make ramen, but also fusion, so let's make a ramen taco, which isn't always a bad idea, but it's a lot of that around here. A lot. It's hard to find the variety. Toasted ravioli, I will eat it anywhere. I don't care where it is. I will fuck that. What up, Foulhorn? I hope you're doing well, Honey Bean. Did I get any deep fried Oreos? I don't think so, but I think some of my friends did, and I had something else. Something else weird. Let me think on it. What was it? Oh my god. Let me think. I had something. It wasn't a deep fried Oreo. What the fuck was it? Deep fried Oreos are pretty dank. My problem is they're usually like so big, which is, I don't understand how this happens. An Oreo is what, like this big, right? Ish. And suddenly a deep fried Oreo is like this. And my stomach's like that. It's the batter, right? It just blows up. So I try to only get them if I have someone to share them with, because they're just enormous. I can't eat the whole thing. It, like, not because I'm full, like I'm not. Oh, okay. Really? It's because it's too much sweet. It's too much. That's all I was going to say before my dogs decided. The HR department's upset. Oh my god, Clutch, you know what I do at home sometimes if I'm feeling spicy? I take bread and butter it one side, and then on the inside I make a PB&J, and then I stick it in the air fryer. Yum. What is your damage? We good? Are you better? You want to talk about it? I know, and I don't know why. They just want to be part of the conversation. What's your favorite? Do you like deep fried Okay. Good talk. I think they might be upset with our tiering of potatoes. I don't know. Do you need to potty already? We could do that real fast and then play games. Do you need to go outside? Yum. Buttery on one side. Yeah, so I said it backwards, but basically what I do is I take 2 pieces of bread, I put peanut butter on both sides of the bread, and then I put jelly on one side, because I put very little. I don't like a lot of jelly. Or I put honey, and then put them together, and then that, like, protects the bread from getting soggy. And then I butter the bread on the outsides, and then I put it in the... But I don't know how long I put it in. I usually watch it. I want to say barely nothing, like 2 minutes per side. I have a Ninja air fryer, like the 2-drawer one. It gets really fucking hot. It's barely anything. Like, I basically, like, put it in probably for 4 minutes and open it after 2 minutes, stare at it because I'm starving, flip it, wait another 2 minutes and give up and eat it. I put it on max temp. What is that, 400 degrees? Life's too short to cook on medium. I'm very impatient. It's why I don't really cook. It's fast. Fast. Give me that food. You know what it'd probably be good with too is marshmallow fluff. I love egg salad. I like tuna salad too. And chicken salad. It's delicious. Do you guys need to go outside? All right, quick break and then we'll play some games. Thank you for tiering potatoes, but I think we can all 100% agree that we would eat and fuck up all of this. Obviously, the raw potato is S tier as a joke, but like, is it? Be right back. Stretch your legs. Get a snack. We're Alan Awakening. You're not gonna get fat off peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. My God. Hell no. There's no fucking. Do you know how many of those you'd have to. And every time that disappears, I am swiftly reminded it disappeared and I need to put it back. So I've put it on regular rotation. People love the tentacle. I don't know. Time for some Alan Wake, not the remastered one. We've been replaying it. We're going to replay all of them because they're fucking good. I just wanted to, I feel like I tend to just come back with a lot of like Instagram things I look at because it's like safe place where I don't follow anything political and it just like is animals and things. But my algorithm's been so weird recently. This is what just popped up. Study shows sober rats prefer silence, but rats on cocaine prefer jazz music. What happened? I don't know. The infinity tongue on the opening screen, that's a great one too. I mean, it's always the tongue. I did. That's why I'm replaying through them. I don't know what the fuck their thing is today. I played a couple of them out of order, so I'm playing them in order now. Why? I don't understand. Oh, there is something I need to check out. Okay. I'm being told there's something important. One moment. Hey, let's go check it out, bud. What? Did you? I can't reward you for barking out a window, bud. Hi, Glut. How are you, love? We're just jumping into Alan Wake, but my dog's like desperately had to tell me something. Can I scoot over? Watch out! I don't want to roll on your tootsies. These are nice wheels, and they will hurt your little tootsies. Don't do that. Mom, there's a squirrel. I want to. It's kids getting out for lunch. I live close to a school. I know, right? With all my cussing. And the kids walk to the local gas station and get like, you know how we're literally talking about going to the gas station and getting JoJo's? Let's talk about nostalgia, right? All of the middle school kids walk up to the local gas station to get gas station food on their lunch. And if my dogs see them, they bark at them. Literally me as a child. Getting my JoJo's, man. It's hilarious. What up, Amanda? How are you, love? Okay, hold on. I think I changed the category, right? I did it. Did I do it? I did it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I love this game. It's really good. We put it on easy mode because we played, like, this is what I did. I played Control, and then I played American Nightmare. I did not play the DLC for Control, however, because I learned that we were playing them out of order, and it was part of a way bigger series, and I needed to play them. And so we decided to play them all in order because they're just really good. And then we have a couple other games on the list, but this was definitely it. After this, we're either playing, what was it? Metaphor, Persona, or Yakuza. One of those. I have them on a list. I'm in that TikTok. Wait, did I miss it? Wait. Potatoes. Hold on. Don't stop it. Shut up. Oh my God. TikTok, stop. How did you get dumber? Perfect timing. Today flew by. What happened? Crazy. The day fucking flew by, my dudes, as usual. I apologize for sounding sick and being sick, and it's oh God, no, please, we will watch that next time. Today was nice and awesome, and I appreciate. Ooh, let's go hang out with Vis. I haven't got to see her for a bit. At least not get to see her stream. What is today? Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. That's it. That's all I got. It's a week. We're gonna play more Alan Wake. Did I just no? Okay. I'm so sorry. Just ignore me. So I want to be able to see chat. Just let me see chat. Thank you, game, so much. Thank you for check marking. We super appreciate you endlessly all the time. My birthday is in a week. It's on Monday though, I'm pretty sure, which is interesting because I normally take Mondays off, but I'll probably stream to hang out and do something. I got to think of something, but I also need to come up with movies for movie night. And it sucks because every time someone says a movie that annoys them or a movie they haven't seen or a movie that they don't want to see, I like this part of me is like, oh, I should do that. Like, for instance, the Queen of the Damned movie is like universally hated. And because of that, I was a huge fan. Like, I loved that OST when I was a kid. I was fucking obsessed. It makes me want to do it, but I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do, but yeah, probably something. Got to celebrate making it, right? To like surviving it. I haven't played the new Hades yet. I've been sick, so I've just been sleeping a lot. I've been just putting myself to bed because I feel like shit and my face is so congested and stuff. I have no energy. The movie isn't exactly like the book, so it's the worst. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it is nothing like the book. Like, they are completely different. But if you just look at it with like hungry little baby goth eyes, it's just a whole bunch of eye porn, really. It's great in a weird way, but I was obsessed with that. Why is everyone getting sick? Because it spreads fast, right? I don't know. Shit spreads. It's just a cold. Mine's just a head cold, so I'm not like concerned about it. It's just like congested nose and then that shit. It just makes me really tired and out of breath all the time. I don't think anything's wrong with that movie, but I'm going to try to pick a few movies. So if you guys want to come, but we have movie night every single night at 7 p.m. Eastern in the Discord if you want to come hang out. In the meantime, I'm going to raid my girl Vissy. I'm going to get a snack and lay down before movie night because that's my life right now. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to others. Pack a bowl. Cheers. Drink your fucking water. Clean your disgusting water bottle. I see you. You don't know how long it's been. If you literally can't tell me how long it's been, it's time. And in the meantime, I'll see you tomorrow morning.